what are the player? Okay, so we got 6. So we got.
I think we got 6 on both now.
Okay, so we need 4 umpires then, and we have 6 umpires. Okay, dudes. So
We can run really fast today.
yeah. Well, do you guys want to have 2 players for each umpire? I think I made me complicating things. Vindictus, if you want to be French, go to red one. I mean, I'm blue one voice channel. If you want to be coalition, go to blue one. There we go. Respect. Okay, who is the least versed with the system? Because I think it might be an actual hindrance if we have this many players, people as umpires.
I
think I'm the least one.
I'm definitely probably least versed.
Oh,
just
I am the
umpiring in
most
general.
versed, but the
Okay,
least
okay.
skilled. I'll just put that out there.
Okay. While we think about this, Jan, can you start giving each player their own channel on the blue side? And Marshall, can you start giving each player their own channel on the red side? All of the channels already have the briefing and the tips for the player documents, but just begin issuing every player their channel. You two.
Okay.
Is there a
We'll do.
table up? Is it IKS umpire?
I'm kind of wondering. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay. You were okay. So you were in the full length of the school of the umpire. So
Yeah.
you have something in your memory. So you are going to be an umpire. Yeah.
You'll just have to bear with my stupidity.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Everyone is dumb. So, except me. So go to the server browser and join IKS umpire server, and password is IKS.
Got it.
And Dave.
Yep.
Can you start thinking on how we're going to divide the players among the umpires? Can you maybe write that down? I think there's a place on tabletop you can write it down. So
I'll just maybe just spawn in like a note card or something.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
You said the password was IKS?
IKS. Oh, it's all uppercase.
Oh. Got it.
Oh, well, Nick, you don't need to play. You can play. Get out of here. Or get out of the umpire table. That is.
Sorry, but you need a player or umpire?
I think we might. We need to figure out the ratio first.
Yep.
But
okay, so I don't look at the map.
Yeah. Close your eyes.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Dave, figure out how many.
Sure.
No one has over 3 players.
Sure.
Who is the commander-in-chief for Red?
It's Robert.
Okay, thank you.
Step away for just a second. We'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, so that's General Major Ritter. Spine is Robert.
Yep.
Okay.
Dave, do you want? I can like tell you the player names, and you can put them in the notes, and I can actually like maybe tell you who gets what, how many players, and you can write it down.
I've returned.
I was just thinking of just putting. Hang on. So there's 6 umpires, right?
Actually, we'll have. Do it with 5 umpires, because I think I want Nick to play.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check if the French have started planning.
I've got a quick question. Where's the file? What's the standard file location that the screenshots had to?
The chat
snipping was?
channel, the player chat channel.
No. I mean on a PC. Would it go to desktop originally?
Oh, it's wherever you have it set up to go. When you go to save the image, well, actually, you don't even have to bother because if you do a Control V, you can paste it into the chat channel directly from your snip. You
I'm
actually
gonna-
don't have to bother with anything. Just paste it directly into their chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
So
that
what
to
I
work.
do is I snip, and then I don't bother with saving it anywhere. I just go straight to their channel and paste it from the clipboard. Because when you snip it, it goes to your computer's clipboard. And then you just paste directly into their chat.
Yeah, the issue I'm having is that it's not. Let me try and send it to you as a message just to see if that works.
Okay, now
Yeah, I'm not.
if your Windows Shift S key thing isn't working, you can use the snipping tool. Do you have the
Yeah,
snipping tool? Know how to use that and everything?
I do
And
have
then
it.
that you can save to whatever folder you want. But again, that's computer specific. So
Yeah,
it's
and
wherever you're saving your images is where it's going to go.
yeah, that's what I've got to figure out because I've got it so that print screen is just working for me as my like I can not take a whole thing, but let me see if I can go to recent.
Yeah, you definitely want to zoom in and restrict their view.
Yeah, so it's allowing me to do essentially the snipping, but like it's not showing me where the image is being saved and it's not being sent to my clipboard. So I've got to figure that out real
Mhm.
quick. I thought I had it working, but now I've got to troubleshoot additionally. Apologies.
Okay.
That's all right. The only thing with my snipping, it always wants to snip in a box.
Yeah.
So, Otto, where do you want me?
Okay, so Jen, does it look like that you're not gonna be able to get your stuff working?
I'm trying to get it. I thought I had it working, but now it's not.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe he
Well,
can
it's
play.
yeah. Jen, it looks like you're gonna get to umpire another time.
I'm
Which
sorry,
would be
guys.
yeah. No, it's fine. Nick is over here to save the day.
Oh,
Once
I'm
more.
already on the umpire table.
It's fine. You don't remember anything, and it's all in the briefing basically, anyways.
All right. Sorry, guys. I did try.
It's okay.
Try it.
Yeah.
What team do you want me on?
Let's put you on. Okay, let me count the players. One. Okay, there's. You are gonna be on the. Let's put you on the. Motherfucking.
Are the teams exactly even? Because I can just skip this weekend. That's fine.
Oh,
No,
you don't.
no,
You
no,
don't
no,
want to
no.
play.
We want you to
No.
play. Just put
Okay,
him.
you are going to be on the coalition side as a player,
Got
and
it.
we're going to give. Oh, actually, never mind that. You're going to be on the
French side.
French side as a player. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So go ahead and go. Okay, so Robert is actually going to have his own brigade. And is everyone... Okay, now we need to figure out which player is leading which brigade.
All right, I do have a live stream running. I'm going to pop down and address the crowd. Okay, hello everyone on the live stream. Looks like we have a couple folks. Achilles, hello, howdy, good to see you. And anyone else who's there, feel free to pop into chat and say hello. I'm going to be umpiring Otto's system. It's going to be a first time for me. I've been curious about how his system works. Otto and I seem to have a very similar philosophy in terms of what should be emphasized in a game, but we have different ways of making it happen. His combat resolution system and his approach to umpiring is a little different from mine. So I'm hoping to learn from being exposed to a different system of running things. Nonetheless, we will also, let's see here. Well, that's it. I'm hoping to learn from it, and we'll see what I can carry away from it, and maybe use that to improve my own umpire ability. Otto, in particular, wants to emphasize descriptive reports to players, which is not something I typically do. Yes, it does enhance the enjoyment of the game because you're playing like a dungeon master. However, for me, it also slows things down, and for me, I'm all about time because my whole life I'm in a hurry. In any case, we're going to do it Otto's way today, and maybe it will be more enjoyable. And again, I'm looking forward to learning some new things. Hello to James. Good to see you, James. And hello to Emmanuel. Good to see all of you here watching the game. As you can see, things are already shaping up. We have a French force and a coalition force. The stage is set for them to collide in this relatively small area, so that we're not going to have a long march to contact with tons of dispatches flying around. Although there will be some when they first make contact because that's typical for players. But it looks like we're going to get straight into the action fairly quickly. Otto's system is played at a higher level than K22, so the turn intervals, the time intervals are 15 minutes instead of 5 minutes, so things move a little faster kind of in a big way, but then you have a lot more blocks on the board, and it's just a little different. It's a different scale, so it should be interesting. Achilles says, not something I do very well either. I tend to prefer matter-of-fact reporting. Yeah, me too. Me too. Nonetheless, we are playing Kriegspiel as a game, and that's why we don't play the way the Prussians played it, precisely because we're doing it for entertainment, and we also have to get through the game in a reasonable amount of time, which is why we don't use the old Prussian system. And why we've developed our own systems of play so that we can retain the essential elements of Kriegspiel, which is it's double blind, it's umpired, it emphasizes fog of war, you have message and order delayed in implementation, you're in command but you're not in control. So we do all of that because that's what makes Kriegspiel fun and exciting, while discarding a lot of the minutiae that the Prussians also started to discard. The more they started playing the games, the Prussians began to realize we're putting a lot of time into tracking individual casualties or ammunition or whatever. Maybe we could abstract some of this and get these exercises done in a more timely manner while also still instructing what's important to our cadets. So there you go. Let's see here. Achilles says, I did do Otto's umpire school twice now and assisted umpired with him for one game. But it still took a while for me to start becoming comfortable with the system. His dice are a little different. He has, I think they're D12s, and he has the results printed on the dice, but they are graphical results. And certain things apply to the unit throwing the die. At the same time, on the same face, certain things apply to the unit getting hit. There's some similarity with K22 on there. But K22, you throw a single die, and everything is right there that happens to everybody, and it's like written out because we can do that on Tabletop Simulator. It's also listed in the combat results table. So if you buy the rule book, which you can buy, the combat results table, it's all described there, what happens to who and how. But yeah, it just takes some practice. The system does work. I've seen it work many times. So James says, I try to be descriptive, but Marshall is right. When you have a lot of players, you just don't have time to write a lengthy description for each player. And that's right. Yeah, remember, we're trying to get these games out within a reasonable amount of time. You just don't have all day. So, but Otto's system does play fast. It is a fast system. I have seen it before. He does cut a few strategic corners. For example, there's not really a lead umpire. Everybody just kind of has an area of responsibility, from what I understand. But this will be my first time umpiring under him, so we will see. Again, it's a learning opportunity for me, and I'm excited for it. And we'll see what we take away from here. All right, I've got to get back to the umpire table so I don't hold things up, and we can get going.
Roll with the pieces and see which one is which. Hey, Marshall.
Hey, okay, so I'm red 1 and 2. Is that correct?
If it says in the umpire note, yep.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna repeat what I said since Marshall came here. Everyone, make sure each piece has the name of the player that it is under. So each game battalion has the name of the player it belongs to. I'm going to be giving this one guy his map, since he doesn't have a map.
Okay, so
Oh,
first
And do we set up the commander pieces with the brigades?
Yeah, have that be, put the H commander piece in the head of the head of the column.
Okay, which brigade is first brigade? Oh, he's wanting to switch with another player already.
Okay, okay, so we have
well, no, I see only one command token out. I see the 4th.
okay. By the way, Prussian 5th Brigade is now led by Robert, and Macho is leading the 1st Brigade. So if someone can do that, and also if no one has no one is doing anything, just shout out and we'll get you something to do.
I just need to take a look which regiment belonged to which brigade here.
I am not.
Let's see. First Curry.
I can do these ones. Macho, there we go. Macho is gonna get into action quick.
Where is Gandalf? I cannot find Gandalf.
Which player?
Gandalf.
Oh yeah, Gandalf is 4th Brigade. Oh, Gandalf piece is ours. Oh, never mind. Oh, this is 4th. I'm gonna change.
While the umpires are getting this sorted out, something really cool I wanted to share with you. We are the International Kriegspiel Society. Otto, who is technically our lead umpire, is from Finland. He's Finnish. Then we have Jan, who is umpiring. He is from Germany. We have Nick, who is from Switzerland. We have Dave, who is from the UK. And you have myself, who is from the United States. So we have a truly international umpire team. We also have a truly international slate of players. So pretty cool. And it's just one of the cool things about the International Kriegspiel Society. We have people from all around the world who come play, and everyone is welcome. So I want to encourage you, if you're just a casual viewer who just came to check this stuff out, I encourage you to join and get in on these games. It doesn't cost anything. Just you do want to have a copy of Tabletop Simulator if possible. Even that's not absolutely required. Discord is free, and you just hop in and have some fun. All right, back to work.
In-
I'm sorry, I have trouble. I need to disconnect and reconnect.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see here. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, there's the Prussian briefing. That would be where my order of battle is.
Yep.
Crazy.
Let's-
Whoever thought about putting the order of battle in the briefing? Okay, now I know who the 1st Brigade is. So 1st Brigade. Oh, the players are switching around though. So do I probably need to switch there.
What does it mean they switch around?
Red 1 is switched with Red 7, and I don't know if he's switching command or positioning or what. I don't know what's being switched. Let me go down there and ask. Hello.
If you would want to talk to your umpire, want to ask orders, just add their name in the chat, and they will come to you.
Okay.
Did you?
Who-
You saw my message, right?
A Spiner.
What, could you zoom in on the 4th so I can see which pieces are mine?
All right. So, which brigade are you?
4th.
So, the 1st Brigade, 2nd Brigade, 3rd Brigade.
So I'm the
and
1st
4th
brigade?
right here. Yeah. Yeah. So you'll be 1st Brigade.
The one with that orange bit in it. I see.
So you're these guys. You're going to be taking the road south and having a fun surprise. Hopefully for Sam Miller. So popping up over here.
You're gonna surprise Sam Miller.
That is the intent. I'm expecting him to to try and flank me and pop out near this little town. So I'm sending someone to flank him, while the reserve brigade will also be in a position, hopefully, to.
Wait, so if both of you guys are flanking in the same way, doesn't that mean you guys are just gonna like shoot each other in the woods when you guys make contact?
Turn out that way.
The idea is, chances are yes, but if it works, as I hope it will, he'll be on his way to hit me over here, and then he'll find a brigade right here, and a brigade popping up behind him. So that would be far too successful to be my plan. But it would be really funny if it happened. And that is the intent. All these people are dying for amusement.
That sounds fun.
Brigade forces.
Marshall, you're gonna get we're going to be umpire. I just added you in the umpire chats, the player chats that you are going to be umpiring.
Who's commanding the artillery? Is it just Robert or?
Yeah, it's Robert. If depends on who he's going to be issuing it to. And what did you say, Jan? Where's what?
I think I'm missing one brigade here in the setup.
What units does it have in it? It's in my. I think it's over here on the side because I didn't expect that many players. Which brigade is it? Is it the 4th brigade? I think.
I'm just trying to figure that out. Let's see. 3rd is the Marines.
Okay, Armatheus is
yeah,
2nd.
4th brigade is missing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The 4th brigade is over here. It's gonna be at the back of the column now. We decide.
Are you sure this one are macho? I think it's up.
No, ARP is the cavalry.
Yeah.
This is the cavalry?
Yeah, he is. He wanted to. It
That's
got
the cavalry.
changed at one point because he wanted to be cavalry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering what Armenthus. So he's the.
All right.
Okay, so for.
Okay, guys, 30 minutes has gone. I don't think it's taken me this long before to set up a battle, so let's get started.
Hang on, it's because we're confused about the pieces here.
Yeah,
Macho is here. I think it's Armenthus here.
Okay, so I've got 13, 4, 4, 4, 4.
And Otto, the 4th Brigade infantry, which quality are they? They have no XP.
They are. I'm gonna put them at 1 XP.
Okay.
Landward infantry. Okay, so this is.
Yeah.
They are. Wait, somebody changed it. It was correct before. I think. No, wait.
No,
Never. No, they are not correct.
Okay, so this here is Armatheus or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
it is. Yeah, that's correct. It's 2nd Brigade. I'm gonna check now. I got that on my 2nd minute.
I need to rename it then. ARMATHEUS or something like that. ARMENTHUS.
Yeah, it would just a suggestion for you, Otto, it would probably be better next time to put the XP rating behind the regimental name, and then just have the first the name thingy of the pieces be like the brigade and the name of the player, so we can quicker adjust
I
it.
don't know. It should be like that. You just hover your mouse over the piece and it shows the XP.
No, it
this
has.
one are
Yeah,
macho.
that's not the case. That's why we are taking so long, because the XP is the name of the piece.
No, that's
And you can see it at the same
No,
time. It's good.
macho is 1st Brigade.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, don't change it. It's macho here.
What is? Yeah. Okay, so here in the green, is this also macho?
Yeah, it is macho there. It's all correct on the coalition side. I checked.
Okay, then I've changed it. Let me change it back.
No, don't change anything. Okay. It's all good. I checked. It's all good.
Okay. Okay.
And now the French. I believe the French.
All right.
Yeah, and now the French.
Because my guy switched, and then Red 1, he's now 5th Brigade.
Okay, everything is fine with the French. Nice. Okay, guys. So let's start with the game. So we're gonna skip until contact. So
quick question: Where's Robert? Is he wanting to start there, or is he wanting to start near the front, or?
I don't know why he's there. He should be at the front of his column, I think. So we're gonna put Jan, can you help me for a bit? Or are you doing anything right now? Or okay, Dave, let's start putting each player into their channels. I'm gonna first go tell the French. So wait like 30 seconds, and then put the French, and I'll put the coalition.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna actually ask them first, so I'll come back.
Okay, who is the commander-in-chief then? I'm so confused. So yeah, okay, so I've got right. So I have him set up in chat properly, but where is he at on the map? Is he number 1 because that piece says macho?
Let's see. There should be 2 different kinds of pieces. Is that not the case? So there should be a 1 piece with a little like medal on the collar.
Yeah,
and the brigade pieces don't have that medal, but it's hard to see.
But it says macho. So is that wrong?
That should be wrong, yes.
Macho is 1st Brigade, so
yes.
I think that's why he gets
okay, there's a brigade piece missing. Wait. I'll drop you a brigade commander piece for first. Oops. Both. So that's 1st Brigade piece here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the division commander. So that should be Robert. This one.
Okay, so this should be not macho, but
no, macho should be whatever
he
Red
should
7
be
is.
brigade.
I don't know. Yeah.
So he should be Macho. Right there. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not sure how they split up, because your player channel names don't say which command they have.
okay, so I just need someone to verify that this is corrected.
Yeah, Otto probably needs to tell you that.
Oh, Vindictus, what are you doing away?
Why is that?
Man, they got so. I thought I explained that I'm gonna move you all to your own channels, but they were like so confused.
Otto, I need you to check the coalition number 1.
I'm sure that. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's completely fine. Yeah, it's fine. The Ritter is their command. Okay, guys. So Vindictus, stay in your channel, please. Vindictus, please. It's on purpose. You're being moved there. Thank you. I'm kind of losing my mind here. Okay. Okay, guys. So each player is in their channels now. Okay, everyone go to your player and ask for orders, and as you get the orders, move the pieces on the map for 1 turn duration.
Make sure whoever's got Vindictus, it's his first time and he doesn't have a mic, make sure he knows to check his chat channel.
Yeah.
In addition to the being in the voice channel.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, let's get going now. Chop,
Can
chop.
we turn on the grid?
Okay, sure. Yeah. But you guys, I'm gonna do that. Grid projection on. There we go. There's a grid.
Ritter's Spine. And Ritter's Spine has no command of his own? He just commands the overall column, correct? Or does he have a reserve or something that he can
No, he has his own unit. It says in the chat what he has. He has his 5th Brigade. So go ask for his orders in the voice channel, please, now, and move his pieces as he gives the orders.
All
We
right.
need to hurry this up. Thank you.
You're umpire, so yeah, I'll jump down and speak to Arp.
All right.
Okay. Hey Spine.
Hello.
What pieces are yours on this map?
I was informed that I am in charge of the 5th Brigade, or was it 5th Brigade? Let me check. 5th Brigade, so that'd be 1, 2. So that'd be, if you're on my stream, it's the Reserve Infantry and back.
Okay, Reserve Infantry and back. So there's this 2 6-pound guns. Are those you?
I'm the division commander, so those are also me.
Okay.
But they're part of the brigade, as it were. My intention is to be at the head of the column. My marching orders are.
Okay, hang on. Where's your? And then what blocks are yours? What infantry blocks? Because I'm looking, and these are all assigned to someone else.
5th Brigade. So that would be the these guys, although I've got them kind of misordered, sadly. But 5th Brigade, according to the briefing, is the 7 battalions of Reserve Infantry Regiment number 2 and 12.
Number 2 and 12. Lord, let's see here. 2 and 12. And those do not have an actual commander, is that correct?
I am assuming, considering Otto told me to command them. He was going to have me command the 1st Brigade, but the new guy. I'm having the new guy command because he kind of wanted to get into the action. And that's probably for the best anyway.
Okay,
so I will.
You're commanding 5th Brigade, right? 2 and 12, 3 battalions, Reserve Infantry Regiment number 2. And how
4 for number 12.
Can you send me a screenshot, please? Just send me a screenshot. Because
I
am confused as all heck with these designations.
Yep.
2 and 12. Here's 13, 13, 13. 13, 13.
So my normal, for whatever, I'm on my mom's computer right now. Make of that what you will. And the normal screenshot thing isn't functioning properly.
Oh Lord, I don't care if you're on my mom's computer. I just want to know what you're running. Lord. What do they?
They
What
can't
color are
fight.
they? They have a color.
Black with one white flag, and yeah. So other than that, all black.
It's these. It's the black cross.
Yep.
And
There's a white cross and a black flag for the
but
second
they're
battalion.
assigned to Macho, and I.
Yeah, I switched with Macho. Macho is first brigade. So if you look at first brigade, they should have mine. I figured Otto would have switched it because he said that he did, but such is life.
And these all say Gandalf down here. Oh my lord. Okay, first brigade has orders. So you're commanding. Let's see.
5th brigade.
5th brigade.
I'm commanding.
So your orders are to march into reserve near one of the southwest northeast roads.
Since I am in charge of it, to give you a more helpful. So I will be on the Gaul Road, just east of or northeast of Strins Trinitatis or whatever.
Right.
Hiding behind the woods and behind that hill. So if you look to the
well, here's where we have you now. I'm going to send you a screenshot.
Yep.
All right, so I have you in the middle of that screenshot.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's where I am. I'm at the head of the column because I'm the division commander.
Right.
But if you take a look at right where your hand is about where I'd want the front of my reserve brigade to be.
Okay.
So that should help. That's just where that's the destination of my. Since they're at the rear of the column, they shouldn't have anyone following up behind them. Other than the reserve train, and the reserve train is probably gonna, want to stop near Strin, whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, so that should be good enough for now.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Sorry about that.
That's okay. We'll sort it out.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. I'm just here to get your initial orders.
Hello. It is me again.
Oh. Well, I need to
How
go
disappointing.
to... That's okay. Where did he go? Oh, he's in red 9? All right. Hang on. Hello.
Hello, Marshall.
How's it going?
First, I have the problem I don't know where my troops are.
Okay, I know where they are. So that's
Yeah.
a problem only for you. Alright,
So-
I'll post this to your chat channel.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There you go. When it loads, you'll see. And then I just need your initial orders.
Yeah, I'm... Okay. So this is the second brigade, right?
Yes.
And yeah, I will start deploying towards the hill on my east.
Okay, what hill? There's a lot of hills here. There's a massive troops to your front.
Yeah, and directly to the southwest, this hill.
Steinrenscheck.
Yeah, yes. Steinemann-Eck. This one.
What does that mean in English? What does Eck mean in English?
A corner.
Okay.
So Stoneman Corner.
Okay, Stoneman Corner. Alright. Okay, so you're gonna move there. I need to turn my transparency on this. Let's dial this in. That apply. All right. So you're moving here. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
And you're gonna deploy into line or what?
Yeah, keep it in line until they are going to get disordered coming to the forest or at the very steep
Well, why
top
don't
of
you
the
send
hill.
me a screenshot of your intention? Can you do that? Just send me a quick screenshot of how you want to deploy, please. That way there's no more guessing. I've been doing a lot of guessing this morning and I don't like it.
I don't know if I need to specify the position of my commander, but this should be the white dot.
Okay.
Else,
Hey Marshall, are you done with the orders?
Yeah, I have his orders just now, and
Come to the umpire channel then.
all right, thank you.
yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, Marshall. As soon as you've taken all the orders, you just come into the umpire channel, and we can help you move the pieces.
Okay, and how far do they move under? Because he's on the road, and he's got to move.
It's up to you. It's up to you. Just as long as you get the pieces moving.
Okay. All right. Well, you can call him.
Whoa! What is this lag?
How did these guys get all the way up here?
They're cavalry.
Yeah, but like they were supposed to go this way.
Yeah.
I mean, because he drew because he thought he was starting up here. Right?
Oh, okay. Well, let's
Yeah.
move them there.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
then,
sorry about
wait
that.
a second. I'll just move back the whole French column. Wait a second.
Yeah. Let's just fudge it like that. Yeah. Let's have it be like that. Maybe the French cavalry, they were already hanging around. So.
Okay.
And what time did we start? And how long are the time turns?
It's going to be 15 minutes each turn, and we're gonna start when everyone is ready. And the first turn is going to be 08:50.
Okay. But yeah, sorry, Macho's a little bit new, so
yeah, it's fun. The first turns are always the hardest. So is everyone ready now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I don't hear any no's. So, alright guys, it's going to be 08:15.
Yes.
So start sending screenshots to the players. Once you've sent all the screenshots to each player, then go by one through the channels and listen to and describe the scene to them. And after you have described the scene to them, be very descriptive. Go back to the first player you talk to and see if they have orders. And once you get orders, just start moving pieces on the table. No need to draw arrows. It takes less time that way. And let's get the stuff.
All right.
So 08:15.
Okay, gentlemen, you are in the village of Limbach, and it's just the troops have gone forward. You do not hear anything other than the sound of marching men. The people inside the village have closed themselves up in the houses. They have brought their children and some of their livestock indoors where they can kind of keep them safe from prowling and hungry soldiers and so on. And they're basically taking shelter. That's the situation. There's nothing else to report, at least as far as you're concerned, Spine. What am I doing in blue 1?
Yeah, I'm wondering as well.
Wow. Wow.
Oh wow.
Okay.
There goes the intel.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I was just wondering that. Why? How could we already be in Limba?
Oh Lord.
Just
Lord,
rushed in.
I need to edit the live stream. All right, guys, thanks.
Okay. I didn't hear anything.
Okay, you are in the town of Limbach, and you don't see or hear anything in particular regarding any battle. However, the villagers have taken shelter inside their homes. They brought the kids and some of their animals inside to kind of shelter. The people clearly expect something to happen. They're nervous with all of these soldiers passing through. Um, there's nothing else to report. I'll be back momentarily. Obviously, the troops, of course, are moving through. I'm going to give you a little screenshot here.
Am I able to pet a dog?
Yes, absolutely.
I do so.
Well, there you go. You're a man after my heart. So I'm
know.
going to reward you with a screenshot. Petting the dog is the correct action here. Always pet the dog. All right, I'm going to give another report, and then I will be back to get any orders from you that you have.
All right.
All right. Okay, you have led your column cross country off the road. The column, as best as you can tell, is sort of guiding around a hill. And let's see here. I have to go to your text channel. There we go. And they are fanning out to kind of take the position that you have ordered them to take. There are trees to your front. You can't see particularly far, but there does not appear to be any sign of the enemy, and you do not hear any sounds of battle or anything that would tip you off to a enemy presence. Okay.
Yeah, well, tell them to deploy and yeah, wait there as a kind of reserve, and I will move myself to the north in regards with the idea of searching another commander from the assumed.
Okay, so you want your men to deploy? You want your men to deploy on the line that you drew in your previous screenshot, and you yourself, you want to wander north looking for another officer?
Yes.
All right, you realize you're going to be leaving your command, right? Where do you want to wander to?
They shall have a defensive stand there.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they'll wait for the enemy. Where do you want to go physically? Where do you want to go? Just gonna ride north?
Yeah, north. Where I can see on the screenshot I can see the tip of another unit, right?
Yep.
If I head northeast, I shall find the other unit and they can guide me to their commander.
Okay. All right, very well.
Thanks.
All right, good luck. Let's go back here. Okay, any particular orders?
I'm going to be nothing new. However, I'm going to be moving my 12th battalion behind the hill that they should be right next to their southeast. And they're just going to be moving there, and they're staying in column. The idea is if something happens, where they might need to move, they should be able to do so. And then the second regiment is going to just block that road. Probably with their flank anchored on Hectorberg and their left on the woods.
Okay, so your 12th battalion, I don't see a 12th battalion anywhere, Lord. I do see your battery back there. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll fudge it if we have to. We'll get you squared away. Okay, thank you.
The batteries will move towards our left, so
Okay.
We'll keep moving to Trumbach.
Okay. Where's the dang umpire channel? There we go. Okay. Good luck. All right. So now we move these forces into line. All right. He actually drew it like this, so. This feels so generous compared to K22, what I allow. When we have 5-minute movements, you know. All right. And that's all moved up. Good. Very good. All right. All right. So he wanders here, blah, 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 and we'll send him to the north. I'll put him in the vicinity of his commander-in-chief, and I will move him to that place there. All right. You gentlemen find each other amid the village of Limbach.
Okay. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I need to ask for my orders. I have no.
All right. All right, let's take a quick look at the YouTube now that we're here. All right. All right. Okay, turn 2 is done. And Achilles, I actually like that a lot. That's how I want to be. Let's get these turns processed. Let's move.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the players now react that they are so close to each other.
Yeah. Do you know who the heck Spine commands? He's talking about brigades that I don't see, or battalions I don't see on here. He's talking about a 12th brigade or whatever. I don't know. I don't even see the number 12 on here.
So here's the overall commander, right?
Yeah.
Is there
And
maybe
I
a
have
reserve?
I have the 2 batteries at the tail end of the column that are his. He's got a couple 6-pound batteries.
Yeah, let me quickly check the Prussian briefing.
But everything else is allocated to other commanders, and I don't want to
Yeah,
change
the
it.
reserve. Oh no, wait.
Alright, sorry guys for taking a bit. I'm ready. I got my players with orders.
Yeah, there was a question from Marshall about the 12th Brigade, but it should probably be
Which one is
Reserve Infantry Regiment number 12.
and which one is that though? Because everything is assigned to someone else, and I don't want to take away something.
What is the unit name you are looking for?
12th Brigade. Let me.
12th Brigade. I mean, 12th.
Yeah, that's not here.
Regiment.
12th Regiment.
Oh, you mean 12th Regiment there?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that is part of the 5th Brigade.
Part of the 5th Brigade. Yeah, the 5th Brigade, the 2nd and the 12th, which are 7 battalions total, but where are they?
I think it might, yeah, it's over here, not on the map. There we go, we're gonna put it on the map. Yeah, that kind of explains it.
Well, oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't think there were going to be that many players, so then,
Why
yeah.
is Robert here 5th Brigade Commander? That's...
Okay.
Whatever Robert is commanding them. He's not, Robert is in the front anyways, and the 5th Brigade is in the back, so it doesn't matter, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We can fudge it. It's just I thought I was losing my mind.
No worries. Yeah.
I was like, I know I'm not the smartest guy, but holy crap.
Just make sure whoever placed this brigade piece here, brigade commander piece, that's probably not Robert.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's some clone. Yeah.
Okay.
Put him back. Okay, but is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
we're good to give reports.
Okay, nice. So what happened is the French cavalry just stayed in position. Yeah. No one hears anything, so it's 08:30. Let's go.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. The men continue to march. And yeah, there you go. The men continue to march. There's a column that has started to move into the village. It apparently belongs to 3rd Brigade. And there you go. Third whatever. Third whatever. It's Horton, I believe.
3rd Regiment.
Yep.
Where's 3rd Regiment?
Okay, so from 1st and 2nd, are there any commanders? That would be from Spine and from Armithis.
I'm commanding 5th Brigade technically, but I'm CIC, so I'm at the front. 1st Brigade is.
Oh, and we found your blocks. They were off the map. They've been added to the tail end of the column. They're coming up.
Yep, I figured as much. Their orders still stand though.
Right.
Macho should be the 1st Brigade though.
Yep, he's out there.
All
okay.
Right, just want to make sure.
Yeah, we're square with the house now. Any orders from you two guys? Spine, any orders from you?
Continue as ordered. Have you sent the or did you send the general orders at the beginning of the game, or long story short, I've got a message for someone. Someone didn't get their orders, so I sent that. So make sure that's sent, and
Okay, so you have orders to Lord Beckett, who should be co-located with you. You can issue, like, your whole darn army's here. You can issue orders to these guys verbally without generating mail. So anything that you've sent, just report it to them, tell them. And then let's see.
So
Macho would receive dispatch, and ARP would receive a dispatch from you, but I don't have dispatches to you. Have you communicated your initial orders to your commanders before the game?
I did, and I also submitted the orders to the umpire, to
which
Otto.
I see those. Okay. All right, so I think we're caught up as far as dispatches go. So if I have no further orders from you, then Arminthus, do you have any orders?
No, I'm more confused than I have orders.
Okay, then you'll be holding position for now.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Guys, I'm sorry. There is also Beckett with you, but I think he cannot use his mic.
Is that correct, Mr. Beckett?
So you will need to maybe to write him what he should do.
All right. So Beckett is 3rd. So who's here and who's not? Let's figure that out first. So
the problem is, I was told to be that I'm the 2nd Brigade.
Yep.
And on my pieces that were given me as a screenshots from the umpires, it's telling me I'm 13th Schlesische whatever.
That's your regiment. That regiment makes up your brigade. So that's your like main body as it, or those are your men. You're still the 2nd Brigade. You just happen to be the 13th Schlesische regiment.
So where can I see that those originally belong to the 2nd?
It should be in the briefing.
Okay.
Long story, or if I could send screenshots, I would send them right now, but my computer doesn't want to. So you if possible, move to the ridge behind First Brigade, and just keep an eye out on the French and seek to exploit. Actually, yeah, why don't you move to Walbach? Tag, just let me know that you've made contact with any details you deem relevant. And just make sure to mention which brigade it's from to keep things nice and quick.
Okay. For me in general, it's a little bit confusing that we do not call the regiments directly by their name because they are written on the pieces. So every time you say 5th or whatever brigade, I have to think of which brigade is actually which with present with which regiment.
Are you moving back to your unit? Armenthus? What are you doing? Are you moving back to your unit right now this turn?
Yes, I will do.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Looks like we have a perfect storm here on the red team where we got guys without the ability to do screenshots. We have guys without microphones.
Oh, beautiful.
And just the blend of this is creating a lot of command friction. It's hard. It's hard for these guys. They're still sorting themselves out.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if we have to tell people, look, if you're going to be commander in chief, you have to have certain minimum functionality.
Alright, guys, do you need any help, guys?
No, my guy, his commander's just writing back, and otherwise.
So, are you ready for the next turn?
The column appears to be halted unless Cutler's going to move. Which I don't know. They're confused. They're sorting themselves out, so there's a penalty for that.
Alright, gotcha. So everything is moved then.
Yeah, it looks like Cutler's going to move. Nick's going to move Cutler, and then the column will move up, and then that'll be all.
Okay. And these guys and the Gandalf's guys have been moved as well. In the south. Hey Nick,
yes.
Do you need any help? Is everything done?
Just waiting for Cutler because he's writing. He has no mic, so he's in order. But well, more or less, I think he's going to move here.
Okay, well, then let's go with the next turn, and everyone can take a screenshot where Cutler isn't included, or if he's like, depending on what he's doing. Just move on with the next turn, and we'll see if Cutler's men have marked by the point where we need to include their forces in the screenshot, if that's coherent.
All right, I believe Cutler's men are beginning to move through, and you still do not hear anything in particular. You're still in the village, but the units are moving. The reserve should be up probably in the next 15 minutes. Your reserve will be here in Limbach, at least the head of the column. You have a large supply train that's coming up as well.
Yep, they are to move to the hill southeast of Limbach. Staying in column. Like they're not in a column, but where each brigade or each battalion is in its own little column. And I will be ordering the artillery onto the Kirk Ridge. One battery supporting first brigade, and the other one supporting the second near Walmart.
Okay. All right. I'm just getting your column moved up so I can send you a screenshot. Yep. Okay, and let's go to Red 1 chat.
I'm about to dispatch.
Okay. All right, I'll be back. Okay. Let's get you a screenshot. Let's see here. Oop, Control V. There we go. All right, there's your screenshot. You've returned to your formation. Do you have any orders? You do not hear anything. The men are standing around, just doing standing around things which soldiers do a lot of. They have a lot of practice. You're muted if you're speaking. Your mic is muted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them back in line. I have new orders to move them to Limbach and then kind of on the road northeast from Limbach. I'll make a screenshot real quick.
Okay, so you want them to go back into column.
In column, yeah, not line, sorry.
Okay.
Back into column towards Limbach and then the road to the northeast, like in the screenshot.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I don't know how far they can reach, but there where the line gets like crippled, there they can deploy facing southeast.
Okay, so you're going to head up to Walbach. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, so your column is starting to approach. They'll be coming directly.
Alright.
Alright, good.
I just sent one dispatch and that's all.
Okay, let me check that real quick. Dispatch to all commanders. Okay. Alright, thank you.
Welcome.
Alright. Wants to commence attack at 9 o'clock, but he has sent the dispatch at 8:45, so they'll be getting it right at 9 o'clock, I guess.
Okay, I made a small mistake. I need to.
I don't know how generous Nick is with the couriers, but I'm going to assume, based on
Yeah, I already did deliver it. Sorry, Marshall.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and deliver as well, or make sure they have it. Here's this dispatch. Here's this one. Let me. That's fine. No, it looks good to me. I think you were right to deliver. Let's see. The only one is ARP is kind of at the edge, I think, but we'll just go ahead and do it. And it's too bad. Here he is on the French flank, and instead he's repositioning to, yeah. I don't see the benefit of the repositioning. All right, so we're finishing the 9:45 turn, or are we doing the 9 a.m. turn? Because
8:45, I think, still.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Whoever moved Morton needs to stop. Who is that? Is that Dave?
Which one, sorry?
Where is he even?
Hey guys, what's up with the pointings on the map?
Yeah, stop that movement.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. You need to rewind that.
Yeah.
Because we have a bit of a funny situation now.
Okay, gotcha. Don't worry about it. By the way, I don't have any other orders from my guys.
Okay, so and we also need to move these guys back.
Okay.
Because as they are moving up, these folks are ordered to turn and move to the west.
Okay, nice.
So we have a bit of a confusion maybe here. So I just, I don't know, create a bit of a mess here.
Man, I'm surprised every game I play this scenario. The Prussians are so aggressive. Nick and Marshall, do you need anything? Have you
No.
guys moved your pieces already?
No. Yeah, we're
Yeah, I
moved.
think this one, well, this infantry and this cavalry can see each other, or
Yeah, let's. If they move just into formation, let's have that no one is shooting yet. It says they're off. I don't know. Let's have single musket shots, maybe. Oh no, it's a thick forest. They can't see it. Yeah, they're just looking at each other.
And where is the commander-in-chief of the Red? It's here.
I'm gonna go ask Dave if he needs.
Yeah, so, okay, let's say...
Alright, Dave, are you ready? Do you need any help?
No, I'm fine. It's just that Macho's a little bit new, so
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, have you moved everything?
I have not moved everything yet. No.
Okay. What do you need help with?
I'm just processing orders. That's it.
Okay, have you gotten your... Okay, yeah, I see you moved those.
Yeah.
What about this artillery here of spines? Is this whole column just staying put?
That's where they're at. That's where they've reached. Although Cutler's unit has moved quite fast.
Oh, well, I guess his men are just very fit then. So
All right.
is everyone ready now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
guys. Okay. Jan, you ready?
I'm good, yeah.
Okay. By the way, let's make sure everyone says like yeah when we're ready. So it was a bit unclear because I was dumb if we were moving on to the next turn. But yeah, okay, guys, it's 0900. Let's go.
All right.
10 minutes. That was below 10 minutes. Okay.
Right.
So let's keep this up. Everything.
All right. Your column has started to arrive. And they are arriving in the town of Limbach, and they can now receive orders from you, beginning with your batteries. So, you want the batteries, you want the column to head up towards Walbach. Is that correct?
I want I want the one battery to head towards the second brigade, which would be near Walbach, and one to head towards the first brigade, which should be beforehand, guarding the big nice fancy road, the Van Lindbergh road. So or along the ridge line if possible. And for my infantry,
Hang on. I'm lost. I don't know. What is this road? Because there's a lot of roads. The men are uneducated.
It's the big north-south highway. The big north-south highway. The fancy one with
okay. All right,
lines
so
on each side.
you have one headed towards Walbach. The other one will follow it, but it's going to head south when it gets to the big road.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. What about your supply train? What do you want to do with your massive train here?
My supply train will be will stay. It'll end up moving north out of Limbach towards the crossroads to its northwest. So you see, if you take the road, the left fork north out of Limbach.
Yep.
It'll hang out at those crossroads. Somewhere where it should be a good point to rally to need a rise.
Okay.
But away from the initial impact.
All right, and then your infantry is coming up behind them, but you won't be able to give any orders to them in particular. Like
if they're just spending the turn getting here.
Yeah, they're just arriving. I'll send you an end of turn screenshot, so you'll have some sense of what's happening with these guys.
Appreciated.
Yeah, Otto's making me be nice and give descriptions and everything. It's not.
Honestly terrible.
Yeah, it's hard for me.
You had to show a whole like 20, 30, you had to show like a whole grid.
Right.
Can do your eyes work well enough that you can see, 400 or that's not even, or 400 paces away? The average eye tests reveal that people can't see beyond 10 paces generally. So why he's having us see so much is just unrealistic.
Right. All right. There you go.
Irresponsible. Thank you.
Okay. All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you. I'm sure I won't need it. I'll do just fine.
Luck is not a factor. All right. Good luck. All right. Your men begin their movement north. Is there any change? Oh man, if you're muted still, of course.
Sorry, of course. The fastest road to Walbach will now be the new order. They don't have to take this caveat to the north. Just go directly to Walbach, as I have new information that the hills are covered by us.
Okay, so you don't want them to use the road, or you do? Because there's just that one road. It's just that one road at your position.
I will have a very, very quick drawing. So the blue line was my initial order, the white line is my new order. You can see it?
Hang on. I have to click into your chat. There we go. Okay, so the white line. Okay, what's what? The white versus the blue?
White is the new one. If they are actually not too far progressed, just take the fastest road to Walbach.
Okay, so you want to go... Oh, yeah, okay, so you still have to go to Limbach first. Okay.
Okay, yeah, then take the fastest road, which I assume is the white one, to Walbach.
Okay, here is your new screenshot. That's where you're at the end of, at about 9:14. I'm going to put that in there at 9:14. That's where you are. You'll be arriving with General Ritter or whoever. I'm going to move you into the channel with him right now.
Yeah.
And I need to post that screenshot for him right there. And return to the Empire channel. I'm done. Okay, I'm all done. We have quite a traffic jam in Limbach. Well, it's not terrible, but it is a jam. They'll just maneuver around. It's just one column is going to have to give way to the other, and they'll have to decide who. That's their big decision for the turn. All right, I'll be right back.
Look at that French cavalry beat. Like, yeah, the cuirassiers are like trying to protect their flank.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, they're getting the heck out.
Because Macho,
repositioning.
Because Macho this turn is basically he's been given advice by ARP just to form a line and advance and fire and just attack. So the cuirassiers leaving at this precise moment is very interesting.
Yeah. That's great.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, because we are not quite. There's a bit of a confusing situation, and I think I'm just gonna.
French look like they're very confused.
Yeah, that's the situation. Confusing, but I'm just going to like. Okay, I heard that Morte was moving to oppose, and he does see those men going out of that area. So
What's one of these cannons doing as well? I saw that they moved up last turn. Where are they headed?
who are those cannons? Oh, there's Rhine. So that's Marshall.
Hang on. I had to step away for a moment. I needed a comfort break. They are moving to the far west to Walbach. The first battery is moving to Walbach, and the second one is moving. He's supposed to turn south on that road.
Right. Okay.
On that main road there. Of course, I don't know where he's going to go, but he's probably going to end up in action right on that road.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the dice ready because next turn we're gonna have combat.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm cold. I need a sweater, man.
Oh, it must be at least 20 degrees out there.
Well, it's 66 Fahrenheit indoors. Outdoors, it's 55.
Right.
I'm gonna go to
I don't know what 20 degrees is in communist.
So 66 is almost 19 degrees Celsius. So it's a standard British summer day.
Oh, yeah. We measure things in freedom degrees here, 66 F. So.
Yeah, it confuses the hell out of me. I rather use my temperatures, as kind of measured against what boils and what freezes.
Yeah. All right. He wants to know what time is it.
I mean,
Mortis guys were on the west side and wanted to move west, and they see these guys, so they're moving to meet them somewhere.
It's really, really chaotic right now.
Yeah, and let's
cavalry tries to scoop to the right, but it's threatened immediately by enemy.
Yeah, now everyone is ready, and let's say that they are actually musket shots now heard, because everyone is so close.
Yeah.
And it's about in this forest or something like that. But yeah, holy crap, the French are kind of screwed.
Yeah, they've really got themselves into a pickle.
Yeah, so everyone ready, Nick and Marshall?
Yep, ready.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to 0915.
All right.
Just a question.
Yep.
Regarding these guys, do they see each other? Do we show?
Okay, gentlemen, you're both in the town of Limbach. At the end of the turn, at the end of the 9 o'clock turn, 9:14. Your units have kind of run into each other in Limbach, and you have to decide who's going to have the right of way leaving town. Or if they're who do you want to go where? So it's now 9:15.
Second Brigade will march towards Walbach.
Okay, Second Brigade, and then what about your brigade, Spine?
My brigade will initially hold one of his passes for however long that is necessary, and then it will the road southeast out of Limbach. It will form into it will stay in column and sit in reserve behind the hill.
Okay, now
hopefully indefinitely.
The first battery is going to Walbach. The second 6-pound battery has turned south on that road. And are you attaching him to someone's command?
The one battery is getting attached to 1st Brigade, and the other is being attached to the 2nd Brigade. However, obviously, if they're moving, I'm not sure exactly what the marching order is because this has gotten kind of confused.
Okay.
I suspect.
Alright, so... okay. Armithus, what are your orders?
Yeah, as I have now the right to pass through Limbach, continue directly on the road to Walbach.
Very well, thank you. as ordered by your commander-in-chief, but I have to get the order from you because you are the one in command, not your superior. You command these men. So
You move blocks. I
right.
don't.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so they're moving. I got them moving. I'll give you a screenshot momentarily, and that will be 9:30.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, technically, yeah. All right, this is the 9:15 turn. And then at the end of 9:15, you'll get this screenshot. It should be at 9:30. And then your supply train will just go up here, do supply train things, and these guys are going to be ready to deploy. So on the next turn, Spine, you'll be able to give them very specific orders as far as where you want them to go and do.
Yep.
Okay. All right, all done. Thanks, guys. All right, there we go. I think it's about time to start rolling dice soon.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to look at the K22 rules, Nick?
Not so much, no, sorry. I get it, but no, I didn't read it yet.
All right. Well, if you have questions, let me know.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I started to add illustrations to it. I think that'll help. I've got many more to add. I don't know what I'm going to do. It just keeps growing. It's become a monster. But most of it's, a lot of pages now are just illustrations. The rules are pretty much done. There might be one or two very minor things I tweak, but at this point, it's done.
No, I think you managed to. I didn't read them, but looking at the size of the rule, I think you managed to really streamline them, which is good. I'm sorry, I just have to move to Gandalf.
No worries. It's okay. You got it. All right, let's check the YouTube. Let's see here. YouTube. Let's see here. Yes, Achilles, I'm doing the little screenshots, but I'm doing them pretty tight. Personally, I don't care if the screenshots have corners or rounded edges, as long as they convey only the pertinent information. I'm okay with that. So far I don't have an issue. Let's see here. The Limbach locals are having a tough time. The second battle in a month on their doorstep, I suppose. Let's see here.
Try and get this line more straight.
Property prices have been hit hard in this area due to all the fighting. That's great. Yeah, the French have gone from a great opportunity to hit them in detail to crap, we are in trouble in a flash. Yeah, the French appear to have lost their initiative. It looks like they're going on some sort of fishhook defensive. And yeah, that attack has landed, of course, with the coalition or whatever, the Allies coalition going north, trying to swing to the east. I don't know that those guys are even going to arrive. But we'll see. We'll see. And we do have dice being thrown, so we have combat. And the other problem for the coalition is they've got this beautiful attack that's landing in the west, but they don't have a reserve. None at all. The French clearly have reserves. They have units they can move around, and the French are concentrated too. Certainly vulnerable to a French counterattack.
Okay, is everyone in this channel, by the way, ready? Have they like moved the pieces and everything?
I've moved my pieces.
Yes, ready.
Okay. I'm just waiting for Jan, so since he's getting the orders from this big clump of troops. I'm gonna resolve this combat here right now. Gonna roll for it. Okay, so that is definitely bad terrain right there. I've ever seen any of that. So that somebody hit someone actually. Oh, and somebody hit someone actually as well. Oh well, surprisingly a lot of hits. Damn.
But this one is not shooting?
I wasn't sure because it wasn't really moved up at that point.
But because he wants to move, fire at the enemy and move back.
Okay,
so...
we'll roll for it then. Amazing. Good thing they rolled. And here, let's roll for this combat here. Okay. Hey Jan, is it fine how we're doing this right now according to the orders? Is everything fine?
Yeah, everything is good. They form a double line and yeah. Good.
Okay. Let's just have a full-on firefight here.
Yes.
Oops. Can someone add smoke to these
guys? Is so hilarious.
Yeah, it's surprisingly a lot of hits though. Like I'm surprised. Oh, this guy got flipped. I'm sure. Can someone add smoke to these guys? I'm gonna roll.
We could probably have applied some disruption for the woods, but anyway.
Yeah, but everyone is just having fun, like walking through the woods right now. It's no reason to ruin the fun. Oh, whoa, way less hits on this side of the front, but a lot of people running low on ammo though. There we go. Everyone is going to be tired after trekking through. And that's that there. Anything else, guys? Everything is moved?
Yes.
Everything's moved.
Yes.
Okay, guys, so there's going to be some smoke rising in the woods. Not that much, though, but everyone is in woods, so it's like horrible to see anything. And there's definitely musket rockets, so
Yeah.
let's go on to 0930, guys.
All right.
Being doing well with the turns. That was another 10-minute turn, but now things are starting to heat up, so maybe we need to actually do 15-minute turns. Damn.
All right. Let's see here. We have to split
I
you
don't know
both up.
if we are together anymore, so
No,
maybe I
you're
have
not.
to leave.
All right. Bye. All right. General, Major. Let's see. You'll be moving in a minute. I have to go give Arminthus his report first, and then I'll be back to give you yours. Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. All right, let's give you your report here. And let's put a little screenshot for you. And the time is 0930. There you go. Okay. And you'll be continuing your movement. Let's see here. Let me check something. No. Okay.
So where I am in relation to Wolbach. I don't know where on the street. The screenshot is so small I can't. Am I halfway through or where am I?
You're about a 15-minute march away from Walbach, is what they tell you.
Okay, so I'm pretty close to Wolbach.
Yeah, you're getting there, yeah.
I mean, yeah, 1 square is like 2 kilometers.
So do you wish to continue?
And do I hear any sounds of a battle to the east
No.
of my position?
No, not yet, no.
Yeah, and then continue to Wolbach, and once we are in the village, deploy facing southeast.
Okay, very well.
Yep, thanks.
All right, good luck. All right, let's see here. He will continue to move. All right, now we go to okay, dispatch to all commanders. Let's go ahead and deliver that. Okay. Now let's go to the commander-in-chief. All right, so you're still here in Limbach, but the second regiment is moving off on the road, and you can now follow or do as you please. So, what orders do you want to give to your infantry?
I believe I initially told them to turn right. However, the fact that there's been no contact to the south of me, and I've moved a fairly I've been fairly aggressive in the south. I think with a brigade near Brahut or in the southern woods on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I expect Sam Miller must be cooking up something interesting, and I'm going to be moving north with my brigade. I'll be moving to the center to kind of see what's going on over there. But I'm going to be ordering my brigade on the northeast road. take the right
The right fork. Okay,
on the
so you
fork.
want them to go
Yep.
north. Okay,
Yep.
very well. All right, you'll
The my what you call it went down the left of that or northwards, right? My supply train went on the left one, right? I don't want to have to
right. So
move
your
them out of the way.
supply train's on the left fork. You want to go on the right fork. And where
Correct.
do you personally, your avatar, where do you want to go?
I'm going to head to the Kuhner the force where First Brigade and soon Second Brigade should be near. Just to kind of see what that part of the battlefield looks like.
Okay, so you're gonna follow the second regiment or whatever.
I'm gonna ride towards First right.
Okay. Let's see. You're gonna ride towards where?
Towards First Regiment on they should be on the Kuhner I
Yep,
think.
yep. That nice road, the fancy road. Okay, so you're gonna ride to the fancy road and turn south then.
Or turn right, yeah, turn right onto the fancy.
Okay. All right. Will do.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Where is Macho? Let's find him.
He'll be in red 7.
Got him. Hello, Macho.
Oh.
Hey,
Uh.
when I was a kid, there was a song that they played on the radio in the 70s called Macho Man. Have you heard that song?
I think I know the song. I haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah, Macho, Macho Man. All right. Well, anyway, there you go. All right. That now you know how old I am.
Right. Okay.
You have a battery of 6-pounders that has arrived. It's sent from the commander in chief. Where do you want that battery to go? What do you want to do with it?
What's the range of it?
The range is how far it can shoot.
Right.
Your range is going to be limited by terrain in this environment, so you're going to probably,
If
wherever.
I put it at the top of the hill, let's say there, between Limbach and Wallbach,
Okay,
what would its range be then?
okay,
Given that like
between
high
Limbach and
vantage point,
Wallbach.
that hill.
Yeah, I would say that he can shoot like up to 4 squares at long range. That would be pretty inaccurate. Well, 6-pounder, at least 3 squares.
When we count squares, like let's say that it's at a 45-degree angle, right? So it's like sort of pointing if it's let's say
Well,
it's pointing southeast, right?
let me check the ruler here. Yeah, the map appears to be correctly scaled. Each square is 400 paces.
So if I'm shooting along diagonals, how does that affect it? So like if it's at southeast,
We'd lop a little bit off the end, but the thing is, you're probably not going to hit at that extreme range. Most of your combats are going to be at 1 or 2 squares.
All right, so in that case, I know my guys are charging forward right now. So okay, bring it, I guess, in front of the hills, like slightly southeast of where I am, and I'll move with it to meet up with the artillery crew.
Okay, so I'll move it a little to the south east of the hill on the road. Do you want them to unlimber there? Now, they're probably not going to let you fire over your men. That's not a thing that was done, certainly not at this time period in history.
If I have the range, I mean, yeah, I get I don't know, firing artillery into an open close range combat is kind of a not a great thing to do to your own men, I guess.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to fire over the heads of your men, but that's not for me to decide. I'm not your umpire. I'm basically just reporting that the battery has arrived. It's attached to your command. Where do you want to post it? So on the southeast, on that road on the hill, do you want them limbered or unlimbered?
What's that mean?
Do you
I
want
guess.
them ready to fire, or do you want them ready
Okay.
to move?
I'm trying to say, I don't know if I'm gonna. What's the point of firing?
There's
There.
not. There's not. You're probably going to have to push them forward into line, or if you expect, hey, we might get pushed back, let's have it here as a fallback position, because then they can help cover the retreat of your men. If you expect to go forward, push it up forward to the line and use it, or put it in the second line.
Yeah, I think there's some other fighting in the back. So hope we're gonna bet on this being successful. So I'll push it up. Like
Okay.
I guess my men should be closer to the French by now. So push it past like along that road up until it's hard to actually describe. You know that where that
All right. At this point, I'm just going to leave it limbered. I'm going to push it forward. You'll tell your umpire what you want to do with it. He'll
sounds
handle
good.
that. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. You
All
got
right.
it. I don't
Sounds
want
good.
to, overstep here. Okay. You got it. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right. Who has macho?
Me.
Okay. He's got a battery now that's attached.
Okay.
He's got 6-pound guns. I moved it to the rear of his thing. I basically just reported their arrival. Okay.
Therefore, yeah.
All right. Now they're all going to hear this combat finally. He's got guys just moving farther away from the battle. But now he'll see smoke and hear it. Broke my heart.
Yeah, I was wondering what Armentus was doing up there.
Yeah, no, that was soul crushing to see that, but he just didn't know. He's been back in Limbach this whole time.
Okay. So, is every of the combat resolved now? By the way?
We still need to roll the cavalry over here.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
So, advantage, that's nothing. Nothing a route on these guys. Then we have heavy, they are not heavy. Experience, they have 2, nothing. And advantage is not a thing here. So basically these guys won't take it.
Shall I oh yeah, you handle it. Cool.
Yeah, now the question is what we want to.
Yeah, let's just have them both of them kind of push back.
Yeah.
Prussians can definitely push back since.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put one there since they have carbines. So it was they charge, but the chasseurs cheval pew them a bit. And they were like, oh heck, these horses know likey, and they ran away. Alright. So now everything is ready, right?
Yep, I think so.
Okay. That's
Yeah, they didn't move.
Ready.
Just
no,
okay.
No, they've been just told to face west.
Okay.
Alright. So let's go to 9:45.
Yep.
All right.
That was 15 minutes that time. Holy moly. Oh, that charge actual kind of pushed the enemy back, question mark, because they retreated. But they were ordered to retreat anyway.
Yeah, shouldn't they sort of move up a little bit then?
Yeah, this is them moving up. There we go. It was a pretty anti-climb.
Okay, so it is now 9:45, and you are reaching the crossroads where the fancy road is, the Hunnerkirch or whatever it's called. And as you approach that road, you begin to hear the sounds of battle erupting to your south. And it sounds like it's quite a fair bit of noise. So the general engagement may have begun. You are at the tail end of the line, which continues to move up towards Wallback. Meanwhile, your other forces, as far as you know, have moved up on the northeast fork of that road. What are your orders?
I'm going to give my my brigade as far away as it is, so it's gonna take time to get there. Orders to if you take a look northeast of Walla,
Yeah.
if I want them to try and start marching to the crossroads to the northwest of Walla. So the road they're on, I want them to get onto the fancy road. Just staying in column.
So
With
you basically want
pickets
them to make a
looking,
loop over, come down the fancy road, right?
or come down the fancy road, but be in a position because if you look at on the east-west road, that's right, or that their little road intersects with, I want them to be able to, with relative ease, head east.
Okay, where do you want them to
know.
stop? They're going to come down the fancy road. Where do you want them to stop?
So you see where right by the G in Lundberg, where there's
Yep.
another
Yes.
road going west. I want them to stop there. So the head of the column will stop by the G, just to the
Perfect.
west of it.
Got it. Okay,
Nice
got it.
and
Thanks. Okay.
And then I should be earn my orders for myself.
What do you want your? Where do you cut out? It sounded like. Where do you want to go?
I want to stay in the same place and by first. I want to get to first.
You want to stay where you're at?
Or I want to get to first brigade, like the orders were saying.
Oh, you want to head south on the fancy road. Okay.
Yes.
All right, that'll happen. Perfect. All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Just as you arrive in Walbach, you begin to hear the sounds of battle to your southwest. And you can even see some smoke from it now beginning to rise up over the trees. So it's a little distant from you, but you can make it out. So clearly there's an engagement to your south or southwest. Any orders?
Do I have visuals to the hill east of me, directly east to Wolbach?
Yeah. There's a hill up there directly to the east of Walbach. Yeah, you can see that hill.
Yeah, the screenshot is so small I was not sure. Then I will order my troops to move up to that hill and to deploy 50% into the woods and 50% out of the woods, with me staying at the very top of the hill. I will give you a screenshot in a second.
Okay, and where do you want to go? Well, I guess it'll be in your screenshot. All right.
At the very top, at the very top of the hill, the white point in the middle of the two lines.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Make them deploy.
All right, I will make them deploy. Okay, so let's see here. Technically, I should be doing it like this. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and let them deploy. There's no opposition. Yeah, they're moving uphill and all that, but everything here is moving pretty good and quick. So we'll flip all that over. these guys back here. Put him there. These guys there. And then these 6-pound guns are just kind of hanging out.
And now we have something really funny because Beckett wants to move with his brigade down the road here.
Oh, the enemy is to your front.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh, man. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's see here.
Who is taking care of Morte? Ah, it's Otto. Okay.
Yeah, this is a battle. It's tucked in the corner here. All right.
Does anyone know in Ortovsky's system if batteries can unlimber in 15 minutes after going 2 squares?
Yeah, probably. It seems pretty liberal. I would unlimber them, put them in.
Sure.
You might not let them fire, but unlimber for sure.
What about swapping out guys? Do you think Ortovsky?
Yeah.
Perfect. Macho wants to take out the guys that are running out on ammo and replace them with the reserves at the back. Can he do that without adding extra disruption, or?
It's up to you.
I think, well, he's got the numbers at the front. I'll do it.
Okay, so what's going on? Oh yeah, I need to resolve the combat in the south. It's going to be combat now. I've
Is
moved.
up north anything resolved already? Okay. Did you roll anything for these?
I haven't rolled anything. No, I've just got back.
Okay. Did the Prussian hussars just stay put? By the way.
They stayed put.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so that was the question, because I wasn't sure whether they were spent or not after that kind of attack. So that was another question for me.
Yeah, you may be.
Sorry, go on.
Usually, cavalry charge takes a while to reorganize the forces and get them ready to charge again.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Who is in charge of Morte? Is it you, Otto?
Yeah. guys.
Do they move or do they stay where they
No,
are?
they are resting right now, and he wants to know how many men they lost. Also, by the
Okay.
way, oh, okay, this artillery was moved. Okay, so it's fine. Alright, well. So we are resolving combat over there. Is there anything else?
Let's see, advantage. That's probably an advantage. Yes. And that 2 hits.
I'm gonna go to Vindictus. No, I'm gonna go there real quick.
They do road. Okay, so that's a double road. Then let's say this guy is shattered. Do we have here?
Yeah, I'm 100% ready. My guy had some problems.
And another ammo thing. It's all. They are. I think they really need to pull back this line.
Yeah, horse spine has reinforcements.
We probably need to roll for this battery as well.
Oh, did it just set up?
It was 2 blocks away.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just set up, kind of.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to hit and deal 2 damage to the. Let's say to these guys there. Okay, and that's done. Is it? Oh, gonna add that smoke there. Anything else?
No.
Nope.
Marshall, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Nick, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, guys, it's 10:00. Send the stuff. That was 12 minutes. And Morten, Merlin, and Vindictus. I'm gonna let those guys be in the same channel.
Arsenal, did you put a screenshot in some? Because yeah, okay, never mind.
To show that they're co-located.
But then they're not because you put that in by the time I was getting his orders, so he's moved down.
Oh.
He's moved down the hill now.
Okay, that's fine, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll delete that.
All right, it is now 10 a.m. You can hear the sounds of battle to your south or southwest, more like it. It's still a little distant. Do you have any changes in your orders? The men are deployed.
Why can't I see to the south?
Trees.
Southeast, there are no
There's
woods.
trees and hill. Yep. There's trees to your front, and there's hill to your southeast or southwest. I mean. So yeah,
Okay,
the terrain
then
is such, plus the
push.
distance. So.
Yeah, then Can I split up my troops, or do they have to be together, the whole regiment?
You should keep them together, I feel. Yeah, splitting up your regiment just means you'll only have half your troops.
Yeah, but would it be possible from the command structure?
Yeah, you can detach your men and leave them or whatever, but they'll be out of command and control.
Yeah, then I will leave a detachment of 1 battalion in Walbach tell them to look at the northeast if there's any incoming, directly retreat and report. Then the other bulk shall head southwards to the next hill, which is currently blocking my side. They should all be deployed.
Okay, who are you sending to Walbach to look northeast? Which block?
The weakest one from morale and equipment.
No, they're all the same.
Yeah, then decide randomly.
Okay. All right. So one will go to Walbach and do look out to the northeast, and then you're sending another block to the next hill to your south, correct?
No, the whole company, the whole
Everyone
which is
else will go down there.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll make our way down that way. Okay.
And keep them in line.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good luck. Okay. All right, so you're on top of, let's see where we at. Yeah, you're on top of this hill. You can see clearly that now that there is a battle going on at the foot of the hill, and that there appears to be what seems to be French soldiers in the hill beyond. Of course, there's trees and such, but there's a lot of smoke, so you can't really make out a whole lot. But clearly, there's a battle to your immediate front now.
Alright, and you're talking about the hill that is to my east, correct?
To your south.
Or to my south?
Yeah, here. Did I not send you a screen?
At or where your hand is on that hill?
Let me look. Let me go to your channel. No, to your southeast. Yeah, to your south. So, yeah, to your southeast. You see where your troops are firing.
Yes.
And you see that there's smoke coming in the lower right corner. That's smoke being generated by enemy troops. So that's where the enemy is.
Alright, I just was concerned because if it is to the south, I'd have some concerning issues.
Well, there's smoke all over the place, so you can't really tell.
Alright. Am I in co-location with Macho?
No, he moved on. No, he moved on to the south. He moved on down the road, down the fancy road.
I'll try and get into contact.
All right, so you're gonna move forward to him.
Yep.
Okay, as you do so, you'll be moving through some formations of troops that are low on ammo and restocking and resupplying. But your order is given. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
You gentlemen are now co-located, I believe.
Oh.
Okay. I just don't understand why guys want to leave their commands behind and split up their commands and...
I've got a bayonet charge here.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Yeah, it's like, here, we've given you all the tools you need to do the job, and you're like, yes, but I would rather do the job with fewer tools. Let's leave half the tools behind. Bring only every other screwdriver.
Yeah.
I don't need the handle for the hammer, just the head. Bring just that. They think they're, looking out or covering.
By the way, bayonet musket charges are like solved normally. Do you think it's the Landwehr charging, right?
It's I don't know.
Who is charging here?
It's the Prussians, and he just said fix bayonets and go in.
Okay, these are Prussian Landwehr who have been firing for like 30 minutes now. and they are like likely tunnel visioned and scared as hell, do you think they would bayonet charge in this circumstance? Like, can you even get a charge going? Because I would say no.
Not even after breaking a French unit. You don't think they'd kind of say, right, we got him, let's move in.
Usually there is just gunpowder smoke. It would be, these are like minimally trained men. I think they would stay put in this case and just lick their wounds.
Okay. We'll
It's
move back.
yeah, it's pretty hard to get people to bayonet charge in real life, so it's like, and these are like the worst possible unit experience in the game.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, it's fine. You can say that the charge fails to materialize. I mean, just like I seem non-responsive to any order.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to go check the way.
So these guys are moving back. A big mess.
Just mention something quick. Oh yeah. Okay.
Marshall?
Yes.
Do you know how you recover from disruption in the Otto system? I have this guy here, away from the French.
Yeah, you give him a turn or two, depending on how long you think. You put the little hit marker on state 2, which is their rallying state, and then you just recover them over time. So if you think that they would recover quickly, maybe they recover in 1 turn or a little longer, 2 turns. That's about 30 minutes. That's about right. So 1 or 2 turns, your discretion.
Yeah. All right, John. Where do you need help somewhere?
I just implemented these orders, and now we need to roll combat. That's all. This is just to let you know another. I mean, I told them if they want to reconsider, but they decided to stay with the orders they came up with. That is, the 3rd Brigade should be moving up north as a reserve, even though they are in the first line. And then the 2nd Brigade should like sort of connect the flanks here.
Okay.
Now that means that while these enemies are already close enough to probably get skirmish combat still going on here, that only the head of the column is able to move out, and then
Okay.
have a
Yeah, was combat here in the north road for, by the way? Oh, what?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, let's do that real quick. Yeah, I'll roll and apply the Prussian X, and you can do the
Advantage is not a thing. Bad terrain is not a thing.
Oh, I'm gonna put that there. Oh well, somebody is going to run away.
Still not a thing. So first brigade is soon completely out of ammo, I think.
Man, there's so much like nothing happening because they don't have any experience.
All right, and then the cavalry combat, that should be interesting, and the artillery there as well. Things
Yeah.
like both given orders to charge. The French actually wanted to charge the battery, but as the enemy hussars are coming in,
I'd probably put them on the other side of the hills as well then.
Oh yeah, you're rolling. I'll roll this.
ooh, lots of routes here.
Oh, sorry. Does anyone have the advantage? Why do people charge cavalry? I don't know. It's like confuses me. It's like, what do you do?
Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
So what do we have here? Medium, no, nothing. And
Oh, this.
clear advantage, no.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Well, it's like, I guess horses don't like this sort of stuff. My artillery here is like, like, what the heck happened, guys?
So just to remember that I'm doing that right, the route is a hit as well and reduces the HP.
Yep, that's right. Just have both of the cavalry disengage, because it's like...
Yeah.
And, yeah, I'm gonna have these guys on the flank, they run away, because holy crap, that was spooky.
Yeah, that also means...
Well, if cavalry is... If they're going to start running, are they going to start disrupting the reserves here, or are they going to... Like...
Yeah, they're bad. Yeah, go ahead and apply some disruptions there. Like, they are land aware, so...
Okay.
What a mess. Whew.
Okay, guys. I think that was all that, though. We're ready, right?
Yeah. I'll...
Yeah, has Spine been moved, by the way? Or has Spine troops, do they just stay put there? Marshal?
He's moving up.
Okay. 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 I
He's
assume
moving
moved
up
them
and
then.
moving into these formations that are disrupted and retreating.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. So, everyone ready?
Yep.
Yep.
And Davis ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, 10:15, guys, let's go.
Okay, Arminthus, as you are moving up, you find that Arp and his command are retreating back into your line from the front, and of course you briefly run into Arp. Dave, did you want to give a report as well?
That I can't say it better than you can.
Oh, okay. Well, there we are.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Armentus, you charged the French cavalry. It was a royal rumble and really bloody. And both sets of cavalry decided that they had had enough, and they started to move back. But yeah, it was a good charge. A lot of death on that flank.
Okay, General Ritter. Obviously, there's a lot of combat here to your front now. You're co-located with Macho. I'm going to give you your screenshot.
Also, I sent 2 messages.
What did that do?
Right after you left.
What the heck? Who's in red 1?
Me.
and.
Oh, hang on. Never mind. No, I'm sorry. I hit a button and it collapsed all the red one, and I'd never seen that before. But I collapsed all the red one voice channels. That's all. I just hit a wrong button, but everything's fine. I thought I'd messed something up. We're good. There's your screenshot. Okay. Yeah, the sounds of battle are close at hand. They're directly to your front. I imagine Macho will be getting a report momentarily, and he will also have information about whatever's going on.
Can I see Second Brigade to my north at all, or was I able to prior to arriving?
Second Brigade, no, you do not see anything to your north.
I'll send an aide de camp to say, hey, or to try and figure out.
Okay, so you want to bring your brigade up, correct?
Or my brigade is holding position, waiting for.
They
right
are
now
back
I'm worried
there.
about.
Oh, Arminthus. Yep. Yeah, you don't see him. You don't have any contact with him.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So we have no contacts with the reserves right now. Okay.
Like we can't see them.
Uh-oh.
Okay, is there an order?
All right.
We should probably go send a message to the reserves.
Yep. I'm sending an ADC to see where they're at.
Okay. So I want them.
But I will head towards where my assumed position of Second Brigade at near Waldbach, or whatever, however you pronounce it.
Okay, so you're gonna head towards Walbach.
Yep.
Okay. You'll begin your journey.
Yep.
All right. And in the meantime,
good salutations. Stay aggressive, but if you have to fall back, do so. The right will hope, or just try and keep your command in a condition that they can hold. So,
all right. Sounds good.
Yeah. Just
all right, and
stay aggressive and make your best judgment calls, because
sounds good. I'll switch to Red 7 now.
All right. Good luck.
What the heck are the French doing? Everyone's marching around when they're like perfectly engaged.
I when Jan said that, I was worrying what the hell the French are up to as well. They seem to have got themselves into a right pickle right from the start.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You would expect that the French would just win out of force of arms, but better quality troops, but who knows? They're low on ammo across that line there in the north. Let's see how this roll works out.
Oh, I was just about to roll them.
They've had a lot of disruption though.
Yeah. So, funny enough, it looks to me like the French are out of ammo on this side.
Okay.
Stand it correctly. State 2. Yeah. State 2. And then that's a blank, no effect. And then this guy is all advantage hit. I guess that's a... Okay, I've done that. I'm not overly familiar with all the dice, so I'll just leave it for Otovsky to get back, I would think. No effect. Advantage hit. That's with him.
Yeah,
That's with him.
I mean, there's
That's
no
with
real
him.
advantage situation here. Maybe these guys because they are firing with 2 units, but you can also say they
Right.
fire at the cavalry.
Well, the cuirassiers are just arriving.
Yeah.
Are those carbine? Oh.
Carabinier? Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
So-
yeah, I can't pronounce it, but yeah, Carbinier and cuirassiers together.
So you wouldn't say that this dice does anything then, Jan?
No, because there is no advantage situation. Yeah.
Okay. So that
Big nothing.
that would be the same. Nothing.
By the way, the heavy cav is charging the land, so it's gonna be pretty disastrous to the land where that is.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
ammo. Anything else?
I'm rolling for the.
Please.
I'm doing the combat in the south, so
Nothing.
okay.
Ammo. Oops. And what do we have here? That's a rout on the enemy.
Looks like the
But
French
no,
are going to push in the south, and
Yeah, it would have been against them.
they're barely going to stabilize their line
Yeah.
in the north, although Armenthus is finally coming up.
So as they are routing, these guys are as well because they are suffering disruption.
All right. In the south, the French have broken through.
And in the north, they are breaking.
Well, in the north, the cuirassiers are also charging. So, well, actually, are they able to charge with men like running in front of them? Nah, they're gonna make
No,
away these
probably
men.
not.
Are the cuirassiers not gonna? I say they can.
Not, but I don't think they can charge.
Maybe they do, but maybe they get there with a little bit of disruption and not in formation. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Everyone get a bit of.
Same as with-
charging with them. Okay. Let's do only the front. See if they don't succeed. What the hell? Okay, sorry. I accidentally, when I was clicking on stuff,
Rolled the board.
Yeah, rolled the board. Yep.
Yeah, I'll have to say I have never done that in all my years of umpiring.
SMH. Oh wow, dude. Okay. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, I think they are routing. Yeah, the Landwehr is in retreat. So what do you guys think happens from this then? That the Landwehr has been broken through.
The cuirassiers are charging in, so they are going behind, and then they take some castle shots here.
Okay. Well, let's roll for artillery then.
Yep.
Poof. And I guess those infantry fire on them as well. Though this is pretty like scary sight for Landwehr, man. Like, not gonna lie. Yeah, the Landwehr not gonna. Okay, no one. I say like the cuirassiers like charge at the right time, and this is like horrible
Oh
for the
wow.
Prussians. What do you guys say? It is like been going for a while, this battle, and this is like the perfect
Call
moment
it.
to charge.
Yeah, call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh wow.
we got this amazing. Oh yeah, well they're breaking in the south as well. So.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
That's a very interesting change in the north. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was only Landwehr here, so.
I thought the Prussians were doing great up until this very last turn.
Yeah. Then, by the way, the Prussians are like in a worse spot in this scenario. Like they have. I'm gonna make a lot of like.
What a difference a bunch of cuirassiers make, hey?
Gonna make a lot of. John, do you want to stream? So. Stream the game on Discord.
Yeah, I can do that. Shall I pull everybody up?
Yeah, Marshall, can you stop pulling everyone up? And Nick, I'm gonna make everything look nice.
Alright, let's do it.
I can pull the blue team, Marshall.
Hang on, I'm trying to... There we go, I got it.
Yep,
I'm calling
it. Yeah,
okay,
there's
guys.
nothing to be done.
Okay, guys. Oh, wait, I'm gonna wait for everyone to get in the channel.
It's gonna be pretty bad, maybe.
Alright, guys.
That should
so,
be everyone.
Yep, this is going to be the end battle briefing. So.
Oh wait, it's over.
We're playing to the point where we think the conclusion is too clear, and likely everyone, all of the losing side, is likely going to run away from the battlefield or is going to make little mark on what is going to happen. So the server is hosted. You guys can join the umpire table where we were resolving this stuff. The server name is IKS umpire, and the password is IKS in uppercase. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
IKS umpire. Is there any? So for the server name, is there any capitals?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But the password is IKS with uppercase. Oh, if it does matter, okay, server name is IKS all capital, then space.
The search
and
function's
umpire.
not case sensitive.
Oh, I found it.
Okay.
Again, the password is IKS capital.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So to all the new players, you can now join the umpire table, or you can look at Jan's.
Oh, it's full, so I can't join.
Oh yeah, sorry. It got full now. But yeah. So to all the new players, thanks for this was for many people their first game. So we're now in the debriefing process, and we're going to first umpires are going to talk about what they thought of the battle and how the battle went, and then we'll move on to the participants of the battle in order, and this way everyone can get to say what they want without this taking too long, and everyone gets an equal chance to say what happened. But yeah, the battle itself. So what happened in this battle? I will try. So basically, the end result here is a French victory. The Prussian, you could call this maybe an ambush in the forest, or the Prussian attack has unfortunately failed, as the French were able to react. In the last moments of the battle, the French forces were able in the south to break through the Prussian forces, which were getting quite exhausted fighting against the French forces, and in the north the French infantry began breaking, but the French cuirassiers at the correct moment did their first charge of the day, and they did it with devastating result, as the Landwehr units that had been fighting for a while in the front line made way for the cuirassiers, as they didn't want to take their chances fighting these breastplated knights. And the second line with the artillery and the more fresher Landwehr units unfortunately reacted to this cuirassier charge undesirably, and many of these Prussian militiamen decided to run back home rather than fight. Seems like the Prussians will, in the scenario, the Prussians had to stop the French attack in order to make sure their baggage train off map isn't destroyed, and also to protect their artillery's baggage trains, which are still intact, but likely after this battle both of the baggage trains will be chased by the French forces and destroyed. So the scenario started with the French forces. I'm gonna go quickly over the scenario to explain how things went, as Fog of War was a big impact in this game for everyone, so likely not everyone knows what exactly happened. The French forces started in a sort of blue line over here and were in a large marching column. Meanwhile, the Prussians themselves were in a marching column over here. The Prussian side, if I remember correctly, from the get-go started with quite an aggressive maneuver, moving through the forest to get into contact with the enemy force, and also here. And in the north, both of the sides formed up to oppose each other, while both of the sides' cavalry screened the friendly forces. The cavalry had pretty much a stare down, doing their job quite well as screening the maneuver of friendly forces, and little combat was done in the north for some time. In the center, the situation for the French was quite comedic. The generals had given quite conflicting orders, which meant that some of the men from another brigade were ordered to march through the giant marching column of the French forces, and the French marching basically stopped dead in the center there, and the rest of the column down south was forced to stay put. At the same time, while this was happening, the Prussian forces emerged out of the woods, creating quite a lot of commotion with the French forces, who were just about to start solving their traffic jam problems. And I would say, I think it lasted for half an hour or so, or something like that. Combat ensued in the forest as both forces hurried to fight each other. The Prussians seemingly were not willing to commit to this battle in the forest and retreated their men, the same time as the French general in the center leading from the front decided to bayonet charge the enemy. And when he bayonet charged, he found that the positions were abandoned. Down in the south, the French and Prussian forces began, after some time of standing each other and eyeing each other, they began their own combat, which was quite inconclusive for time. And in the north, while this was happening, the Prussian Landwehr advanced on the French positions and the Prussian hussars advanced on the French positions as well, charging the French chasseurs à cheval, although with bad results. The chasseurs à cheval stood their ground, and the Prussian hussars failed to attack and push them back. After some time, the combat here in the north continued, and the hussars charged the French cavalry again, and this time both of the sides light cavalry were routed and have now been forced back in chaos. In the north, the Prussian infantry, the Landwehr, was starting to make ground against the enemy, and things were starting to look quite good for the Prussian infantry, until at the same time as the French infantry began to withdraw from their front line, the French cuirassier General Invictus decided to grab his moment of glory and charged through the friendly retreating lines into the exhausted Landwehr of the Prussians, and was able to make a breakthrough in the north and was able to continue his advance all the way into the Prussian second line, completely destroying any will to fight the Prussian Landwehr in the north had. And in the north we still have one of the brigades of the Prussians marching still completely uncommitted, unfortunately. So I think that was somewhat how the battle went, according to, if I remember correctly, if I recall correctly. And now we're gonna start with letting everyone have their chance to talk, and we're first gonna go over empires, and then we're gonna go to commander-in-chiefs of each side, and then we are going to move to brigade commanders. So let's start with Jan. What did you think about the battle, and what did you do?
All right, just removing the lines. So I did take care here in the north of 1st Brigade. They were stuck behind the cavalry initially and formed a double line here, which I think was a good decision to make. Apparently then a bit of a chaos ensued there, as there were enemy movement sighted here, and the friendly cavalry moved backwards to this position, and right in front of them the light cavalry shifted over. So with the enemy already coming up, there was a bit of a pressure position for them. And unfortunately, once the secondary line was shifted over to cover this flank, they held well, but that was mainly because the enemy pulled back from this position. Unfortunately, the right flank was in the combat completely shattered, and also close to running out of ammunition. So the 1st Brigade really put everything in there they could. And with the situation that the right flank was no longer covered here, as both cavalry brigades there broke, there was a potential threat that the Landwehr would come in and attack the flank. So very lucky for them that the cuirassiers showed up in time. 3rd Brigade was a bit, as you already mentioned, Otto, was a bit of chaos as well. They were here in this position, then ordered to deploy to the east, made space on the road, which gave space for 3rd Brigade to come up. And then they were ordered to move through 3rd Brigade to the west to cover the Prussian line that was apparently coming through the woods. This created a big traffic jam there. And even now, like shortly before we called the game, there was new orders for, even though the 3rd Brigade was deployed in front, for that brigade to move north and work as a reserve there, while the 2nd Brigade and secondary line was ordered to move west again, which they couldn't really do because part of the 3rd Brigade was engaged already and sort of blocked the way north. So that, yeah, maybe a bit command confusion there, but that's like how Kriegspiel often turns out. So that's interesting to see, and interesting to see how players deal with that. In hindsight, I would, from my point of view, and I gave that to the players as a suggestion to keep Third Brigade in place there. Also, I can see why they were put to the north, because they were more experienced units of the guard. Sam was the overall commander. I did also take care of him. He did move around quite a lot, which I think was necessary in this battle, as given how the situation was in the terrain, and not much intel from these combat positions was really able to be reported out, and I think he did a good job with that. I'm a bit wondering why the artillery wasn't deployed anywhere and used, but on the other hand, this road was stuck for most of the game, so there's that. They could probably only have been used in the south. That's all.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to the next umpire, Dave Pumphouse.
Yeah, so I looked after Macho and Up, and I think they worked quite well together in organising their joint attack up in the north. I don't necessarily think that you did anything wrong to the end of the day. It was just the dice and those cuirassiers being in the right place at the right time. I think if those cuirassiers hadn't been on the board in your kind of sector, yeah, you probably would have carried the day for the Prussians. Yeah, I liked what you did, and yeah, as an umpire, I was very excited to see what you would do next together, and yeah, that pretty much sums up my experience.
All right, let's go over to the next umpire, Marshall.
Yeah, I had Ritter, also known as Spine, and Armatheus. I want to apologize that you were stuck with me as your umpire. Um, Nonetheless, I think both players played pretty well. There were some issues with Fog of War in particular. These two players were the last players to probably figure out what was going on because they were so far from the battle at the start. There were some issues with leaving commands behind and splitting up units and such. Something I never advise players to do except in the most extreme circumstances. Um, but other than that, I think they in general played fairly well. Although I do think there was a brigade or a regiment that was left out of action. It was held in reserve. I would have brought it up closer at least. It was at least a turn away from getting into the battle when you probably could have used it right there. Had that been plugged in on that hill along that road or somewhere, it could have at least bought you another turn of time. And maybe even thrown back that French cavalry and made things different. Otherwise, I felt really bad for uh, Arthemus. I can never pronounce the name. He came all the way down from Wallback and came in a line basically, and was in a really great position to flank those French. And then retreating Prussian troops went through his line and disrupted him. Originally, disruption was applied to the whole line. I was like, I don't know about that. So I kind of gave you a little break on that. And then the cavalry hit, and I had no say in that. And that cavalry just sliced right through, unfortunately. And so that was a real buzzkill. Um, but yeah, I think everybody kind of did pretty well, especially given the fog of war. I am curious why you guys went north, why the commander in chief sent units north rather than to the south and east, although, in his defense, he certainly did not know where all of the action was taking place. Overall, I felt that the Prussian plan was pretty good, if aggressive. I don't think it was necessarily bad. I think catching the French in column on the flank was actually a clever thing to do. So I actually thought the Prussians were probably going to win up until that last turn when everything just kind of went sideways, but that's how it goes. That's all. Thanks, guys.
Then we have the last umpire, Nick.
Yes, I was umpiring Gandalf and Beckett. So I think a lot of good ideas, but Fog of War created also a lot of confusion. Gandalf was moving here to the south, and he wanted to move behind the French, which is a good idea. And Beckett came through Limbach like this, and then attacks the flank of the French. Now, I say that, well, there was confusion because Beckett decided to retreat, hoping to bring the French with him. And at the time he was retreating, Gandalf was attacking up the hill. So there was a lack of coordination. And afterward, Beckett decided to move to the south, but basically he arrived behind Gandalf, so he has to move back to his previous position. So yeah, once again, it's the fog of war, and yeah, you have to do with it. And sometimes even great ideas cannot be completed.
All right. I'll briefly go before we start with the commander-in-chiefs. I'll briefly go over my players since I had 4, so they don't feel left out about how things went for them. So I was on the French side. I had 3rd Brigade's leader Mortar. He was in the center near the hill, part of the traffic jam while the enemy force emerged out of the woods. His forces went get into formation to meet them. And Mortar himself decided to lead from the front and ordered a bayonet charge on the Prussian forces. And after the bayonet charge seemed to have retreated the enemy, which, although at the same time had been ordered to retreat by the Prussians, in a nice coincidence. Mortar decided to rest his men for a bit and ask how many casualties they had suffered. And after this action, sometime later, he ordered his men to begin marching into the north, and he wanted to bayonet charge the enemy with him in lead again. So Mortar, from my experience, gave clear orders. He was a leader for his men, clearly leading them from the front, and did what he deemed necessary at the time. He didn't send many dispatches, but he was often close to friendly commanders, so possibly that wasn't needed. Next, I had commander of the 1st Cavalry Brigade on France, Roger, who was leading the Chasseurs à Cheval Light Cavalry. He in the north. He played most of the game in the north, and right from the get-go, he started screening the friendly infantry and continued doing it until a battle ensued. He didn't begin charging the enemy cavalry head-on, which is often a bad idea. Cavalry on cavalry combat is really chaotic, and continued screening and supporting the friendly infantry, I think. And he was also very actively sending dispatches to his brothers in arms. I think General Roger did his job as a cavalry commander for the Chasseurs of Cheval exceptionally well. Then we have commander of the 2nd Cavalry Brigade on France, Vindictus, who was a cuirassier commander. He started the game in the end of the French column, but wanted to move north, and he did so, screening the friendly infantry again on the side of Roger. Vindictus decided to move his cavalry back from to give room for the infantry, I presume, and move into the back line of the infantry to see the situation develop. And when he saw his chance, he decided to charge the landwehr in the north and decisively, for sure, beat the enemy line and collapsed it. I think, as the commander of the cuirassiers, Vindictus did his task exceptionally well as well. He didn't send his cuirassiers into any combat without good result, and that combat was only one combat for the day, but he made it count for sure. Then we have leader of the 4th Brigade on France, my last player, Thibaut Jean Nicolier, who started the game off-map way in the rear line. He patiently waited for the column to keep marching, and when the traffic jam happened, he realized that he maybe shouldn't contribute to it, and he decided to keep his men put, which was, of course, a smart move. While he had his men in this position in the south, the Prussians emerged from the forest, and he began a combat with them, slowly pushing them back steadily. He was also in active communications with couriers, with the rest of the forces, sending dispatches actively to fellow brothers in arms, and especially to the commander-in-chief of the French forces, keeping him updated on the situation. And in his combat in the south, he managed his men well, and although it might have been put in the dark due to the massive battle in the center in the north, he did play a big part in pushing back the Prussian lines as he made their flank in the south fall. Now, that is what I thought of all of my players. Pretty well across the board, especially since many of them were first-timers. Now let's move on to the commander-in-chiefs. Let's start with the leader of the victorious French, Martin Renaud.
Did I lose audio? I don't hear anything.
Yeah, he's talking.
Yep, I hear you.
Yep, I hear him too.
Yeah, keep going, Sam.
That attacked me from the forest. So I quickly realized that they probably are not very well organized since they are in the forest, and like they were not really in a coherent line, like they were separated from each other. And then I tried to organize my troops, but yeah, then the traffic jam happened with me ordering the cavalry back to the lines. Yeah, then we charged the enemy because we had more troops in the west, and in the north I was just holding the line. Yeah, then the cavalry battle happened, which resulted in like my cavalry routing, but I think they have done their job. And and I think first brigade and first cavalry did very well in this battle, and like probably they saved the army here. And yeah, and I think it was hard to communicate, but I could move to my unit, so that wasn't necessary anymore. Yeah, but in the end, I think we did win because my commanders did take the initiative in the west. Like 3rd Brigade decided from their own to move north, which I was surprised since I ordered them to charge, but they did move north. So I think that was a good move after seeing this. And yeah, I think our timing was right with the cavalry charge in the end. And overall, all players did good. And considering that they are all new, so well played.
Yeah, I saw that you, Sam, as the French CSE, actively went back and forth between your lines, so that was really well done, staying in touch with the situation, which was rapidly developing. And now let's move on to the Prussian Commander-in-Chief, General Major Ritter.
Thank you. So I'm sure as most of us who know, Sam has a reputation for aggression, and my whole plan in attacking through the forest was to try and beat him in his own game. I was expecting that he would commit a significant force to try and do some sort of large flanking maneuver, whether it was through the south or to the northeast. I didn't know, obviously, so I figured I would send 2 brigades to the south to hopefully envelop and you know show up where he didn't expect them, while I had my 2 Landwehr brigades serve as a holding force to draw his attention north to the Hernerkirch hill, basically from Limbach or northeast of Limbach to Walbach, and then I was going to have a brigade in reserve in or to the west of Limbach in the forest, with the intent of counter or being able to slow down any sort of flanking maneuver he did from the north, or to prevent a chaotic withdrawal from continuing and bringing an end to that. So that was kind of my overall intentions. I think the players all did well. I think that the traffic jam might have actually been better. Perhaps may have been better for the French that it happened, because everyone was, kind of right where I was hoping on, showing up and rolling up their left. Um, but I'm very I'm fairly happy with my overall plan. It wasn't perfect, but if I was given a completely fresh game, I'd probably do something similar. Probably move my reserve force to the or closer to the battlefield, but that'd be the main plan or main changes to the plan. So it was a good game on everyone's account, as far as I can tell, and I think that you know everyone on the coalition side communicated when they needed to, and my actual mech or battle map is pretty close, with the exception of my 2nd Brigade being absolutely shattered by cuirassiers. But I roughly knew where the enemy cavalry were, and I knew that the French infantry line towards the end of the game, extended pretty far south. I didn't expect it to be so close to the woods, but all things considered, I pretty much have a complete picture in terms of positioning, relatively in my TTS, so I can't complain.
Yeah, the plan was pretty smart, thinking about who you were facing, and it was the attack through the forest in the center while the traffic jam was going on was certainly an ambush for the French. Now let's start going over the brigade commanders. By the way, if someone needs to go like right now or is in a tight schedule, let me know and you can get to speak first. But
actually, Otto, if I could do that, because I'd like to. I've got to go off and do something.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, I'll just be brief. Yeah, I mean the plan, which has just been laid out. This is the second time I've actually fought this battle before on the French side. I think kind of slightly got messed up a little bit.
You were the Prussian cavalry commander, right? Just so everyone knows.
Sorry. I'm the Prussian cavalry commander. That the French didn't get far enough north, and I just wonder whether actually, as we've been pointing out, the traffic jam for the French actually worked slightly in their favour. Maybe we should let them come on a bit more. For me, it was just to screen the force, as has been explained, and try and drag the French northwards while Mathieu kind of set up a line to kind of face them as well, and therefore we could then engage the ambush. But the French didn't come forward as much as expected. I think me and Mathieu coordinated quite well in the sense I just didn't do a great deal, just basically stopping the French cavalry from attacking, particularly this first game. And the cuirassiers were a bit, troops that were with us disappeared, which was very confusing to us. We didn't know where they were going to, but obviously they went south. I'm still really confused as to why there's a brigade north that didn't get engaged at all. But once we got into position, artillery did their job, and I just did a couple of charges in, death or glory, basically, or ignominy, depending how it worked out, just to clear out that cavalry. And it seems like everything was going quite well until the cuirassiers turned up. I think from our side, it went according to what the commander had asked us to do. It just didn't work out at the end, but it was a fun game. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for playing ARP. All right, let's now move on to the French 1st Brigade Commander, General Nicholas. Do you have a mic, actually, Nicholas? I'm not sure who. Oh, you do. Nice.
Yeah, I do have mic. Sorry. Yeah. So I think what happened was starting. We had an original plan to go to Walba. I was ordered to go to march to somewhere between Limba and Walba. I think it starts with H. I can't spell it out. Between Limba and Walba. So after the first 2 turns, I think so. Martin said that we are going to change the plan and we are going to be deploying right now. So the cavalry was deployed, and after that, Martin said to me to extend the line towards west, and I just did that, which was good because there was some good planning or orders. And after that, I didn't know what was happening in the north and the south or the west. Nothing. I don't know what was happening because I couldn't see anything. I don't know what was happening. I heard that north were fighting and west was fighting. So I just stood my ground and held the line there. That's all. Trying to go up in reserve. Like I actually split my forces. I know Marshall said not to do that, but I felt like it was needed. Like because there was the blockade, right, of the cavalry, and I had to give the cavalry some way because I don't know what was happening, but I felt that the cavalry needed to go, so I just let the cavalry pass and then have the infantries move up. I don't know why, but they said that infantries could not move, so I just allowed that, and we just held. And I was hoping I could, after seeing at the end of the game, I was being pushed back, I think only from the north side. So I wanted some of the battalions that were on the west to come to north. But and I sent word to the others of, I think, second brigade. I think it was second brigade, and to Martin also, that I needed some reserves if possible only. Other than that, I have no idea what was happening, and I think Martin made some Martin Renault made some good decisions to extend the west line. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
And
nice. Go ahead.
yeah, and congratulations to the Crossiers, right?
What did
the
you say?
one that the Crossiers, they made a decisive move, right, to win the game.
Yeah, it certainly. Yeah, certainly
Yeah,
is. Yeah,
that
your
was good
men.
move.
Your men
I didn't know that
definitely
was
did
happening.
take it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was happening also.
Yeah, your
as I
men
said, I didn't know what
definitely
was
took
happening on the
the
field.
brunt of the fighting in the north. I love Discord pings, by the way. It's like, well, I guess we are the international Kriegspiel society, so Discord ping is like really bad here. But yeah, okay. Now let's move on to the next French commander, and that's the commander of the 2nd French Brigade, Merlin.
Hello, can everyone hear me okay?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, starting off the battle, continuing down the road, following the orders to Limbo, I received a dispatch telling me to head east and guard the road. So I deployed on top of Kreslokov. But then, immediately after I deployed, I was told I needed to go west instead. And I made a mistake at this point. I immediately tried crossing the road without thinking and caused a traffic jam. In hindsight, I probably should have waited before moving over. Once I did finally get over, though, I started to support 3rd Brigade in their assault. And then once the enemy retreated, 3rd Brigade started to shift north while I shifted south and touched the river. And then once North Brigade was clear, I was going to continue west, and then the game ended. I tried my best to keep up with dispatches to give out accurate information of where I was and where other units were, but I'm not sure how well I did.
Yeah, there were certainly dispatches sent, although a few of the commanders wrote the presumed location of the dispatch, which brought some difficulties to the carriers navigating through the chaotic battlefield. But let's move on to the next commander, and it is commander of the French 3rd Brigade, Morte, or Gratiere Ferrier. Are you there? Oh, there you go. Now your mic is lighting up.
Can you hear me? Because I'm pretty laggy.
Yeah, it is. We can hear you perfectly. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So, first of all, I don't what you. I didn't plan to go to west. I planned to go east to support the light cavalry, but I've done a mistake and got to the west. I don't think that error saved my life. I think because at that point I noticed the column of the Prussian and just hold the line there, waiting for me. And then I got the order for Martin to charge, and I was quite surprised that the Prussian retreated. So at that point, I got in the same vocal chat with Merlin, and we just chatted for we just talked and planned the future moves, like he said. Then the vocal chat come the crazier. I didn't understand why they're here, but at then I get a dispatch to charge. Me, I go to the north and try to go to the north, but the battle ended before. I think that the battle was pretty good, but nothing at the time. So yeah, that was the plan basically, to just charge and not shoot. Otherwise, face my.
Yes, luckily your
I send no dispatches.
Yeah, go ahead first. Okay, well, I guess that was that. Okay, so luckily for you, Gratien, at the same time as you had given out the order for your men to move east from the road, your men saw the Prussian infantry emerging out of the woods, and the order didn't come in time as the battalion commanders had already started reacting to the threat coming from the west. So the battalion commanders took the initiative quite well in that case. And let's move on to the next French commander. It's commander of the 1st Cavalry Brigade, Roger.
This is my first time, and I think the first several turns was just me learning what was going on. And I think the big takeaway is a lot of people have discussed. I ended up being more of a screening force to the north, and then I moved over to the right to protect the right flank. I think the big thing was I needed to send more and better dispatches. I don't think I did a particularly good job of that. General Nicholas kind of woke me up with a "what the hell is going on" message, and that kind of got me thinking about writing more messages. I had no idea what was going on the whole battle. Totally lost. I'm glad we won. Well done, 2nd Brigade, and that's really all I have to say.
Despite not knowing what's going on, you did your job well in the north, and that's all that mattered. Let's move on.
Routed my force, so there's that.
Well, so did the enemy hussars right there. So.
That's true.
Let's move on to the last French commander of the 4th Brigade, Thibaut Jean Nicolier.
Yeah, it's been said many times before, but I think I really liked. I think it's kind of interesting, Spine, that you said that you were going to try and out. You expected Sam to do something very aggressive, but I think his original plan wasn't very aggressive at all. It's kind of a multiple, an attack on Limbach was the original plan, but a lot of our force was kept in reserve in that original plan. So, ironically, I think you, Sam, by not going full balls to the wall aggressive, kind of played some mind games on on the enemy a little bit. So I thought that was like a little interesting note. And then it's been said before, of course, but the traffic jam, I ended up further ahead than my brigade at one point, and with the 2nd and 3rd Brigade, and we all kind of saw the start of the Prussian attack. And I thought I was actually with my brigade. I didn't realize that I had moved forward ahead of my brigade. So I said to them, we should orient west because it looks like there's an attack coming in. And I thought that was a really good plan from the coalition forces. And if we had been further up north, like I think we had intended to be, we could have been trapped on the Preisterkopf hill, and in a lot of trouble. We wouldn't have been able to have maneuvered our forces very effectively. We would have been really bunched in, and I don't think we would have been able to get any good artillery positions. So it would have been a real bunched up situation. But unfortunately, we got fortunate. In terms of what I did for the battle, I knew that we were being attacked aggressively, so I decided to hold these hills to the south, where I determined that would be, if we were defeated, I felt like it was necessary to hold our line of retreat, which that road would be, and I knew that there were enemies in the forest in front of me and attacking our center to the north. So I decided to just engage them, and I kept a heavy reserve the whole battle and just cycled my forces in and out because I wasn't sure if I was going to get attacked by a larger force at any point, as I didn't know how big the coalition hooks were. So that's pretty much what happened, and it's nice to see that I routed those forces. I had a feeling I was only up against 3 brigades, so I just kept cycling my forces in and out, and knew that I would wear them down eventually.
Yeah, 3 battalions, not brigades.
Oh,
That would
yeah,
be...
sorry, that's what I meant.
No worries. All right, let's move on to the Prussian generals finally. Start. Oh wait, who did I miss?
Vindictus.
Yeah. Oh man, how did this happen? Of course, it's the possibly going Invictus, the leader of the French cavalry brigade, the Cuirassiers, who's likely going to be earning a lot of medals from this.
Heroes of the battle.
Yeah, so basically, I was initially on the road in reserve. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
And I was ordered to Limbach in reserve. And I had my cavalry brigade move off the road to the right of the infantry column, which resulted in my cavalry brigade arriving in the vicinity of the ridge east of Limbach ahead of the infantry, and found myself as part of the light cavalry screen provided by Roger, which eliminated the fog of war, but also took me out of my reserve position. I was ordered back behind the infantry in the reserve, and I had tried to maneuver myself amongst my regiments to some higher ground in the area near the slopes of the Priesterkopf to try and get a better vantage point, but I could not. And maybe that was a good thing, because as the infantry commanders were telling me what was happening to my front, and particularly to them, I had to resist the temptation to support them. I was in reserve, those were my orders, but I was very emotional to their pleas and very tempted to try and help out. And just at the moment of maximum pressure, I received an order from General Martin to move my cavalry to the north, and he had in the order that my time had come, and I interpreted that as that the Prussians must be in some sort of vulnerable position. And because I could not see them due to the layout of the ground, I looked closely at the map, and I noticed that my brigade would first be descending into a valley, then up again, then down again. And right when we would come to the crest of the high ground would be our first view of the enemy, and vice versa. And I commented to General Merlin, if that is indeed the case, as the orders say, my time has come. Looking at the layout of the ground, I said, this is perfect. You know, cuirassiers rising out of a fold in the ground to scare the living daylights out of the infantry. I figured if they couldn't see me, I mean, if I couldn't see them, they couldn't see me. So I figured, again, you know, based on the commanding general's words, your time has come. I was like, okay, we moved to the north, and once 1st Brigade is cleared the avenue, the entire brigade charges any infantry we see with full abandon. And it worked out excitingly well.
Yeah, the Landwehr men you were facing will likely be running back to their homes in Germany after this. It was complete chaos after they had been fighting the French forces for a while, and after the second line of the Landwehr units arrived, but they saw your cuirassiers emerging from the gunpowder smoke with their comrades fleeing in horror. They tried to resist you, but failed utterly. Now let's move on to the Prussian commanders. Let's start with Commander Armentus.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, fine. I was commanding the 2nd Brigade and I was held in reserve at Steinsmanns Eck between Limbach and Stritz Trimitatis, and from there we had the other 2 brigades marching eastwards. Then it was obvious that there was no support needed yet, and I was ordered to Limbach via Walbach. And once I was in Walbach, I feared that I might be the very end of the flank, but apparently there was no fighting going on, so I turned south, and yeah, unfortunately, at the very moment my troops formed the 2nd line for the exhausted troops, they got charged. The exhausted troops broke, and immediately my whole brigade broke too. So I did not see very much of the battle, but yeah, I think we were doing the right thing. We were trying to flank. We are coming from the north toward the south. I would have been able to reinforce the exhausted lines, but the charge came at the right moment, and the flying Allied forces had a severe impact on the morale of my landwehr troops, I guess. That's it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Prussian reserve came in a bit too late in that case. And Arp has left, so now let's go to General Cutler Beckett, who has written in general what he thought. So I'm going to read this quickly. I preface this with saying this is my first Kriegsspiel ever, and despite some kinks, mostly with map reading, grid not showing up when needed, and more technical things like that, in need of working out, it was a very nice experience. As I said, my original idea was to pull a big flanking maneuver to appear where the French would never expect us, but lacking experience, I wouldn't know whether the route was even remotely possible to complete in time to have any impact. Therefore, I sent a dispatch to Spine asking for direct orders and was sent south to take the hill. From there, fog of war messed up my decision making big time. Had I set myself up on a hilltop or something, the battle may have gone very differently. So anyways, I went to try and disrupt enemy movement with a quick salvo and a retreat north, where I was going to go around the French column, only to be met with Gandalf's unit heading north, sending me back up again. Also on that note, the quick salvo was meant to get some reaction, which it apparently did. Unfortunately, due to my lack of understanding the scale of things, we pulled back way too far, and instead of catching the French in a trap, we just abandoned them to charge into an empty field, which, comedic as it is, didn't help us achieve anything of note. P.S. In the future, I'd like to try out having some artillery support, seeing as artillery was modus operandi in Crossfire back when I used to play. Well said, Colonel Beckett. That was still quite well played for your first Kriegsspiel game ever, I must say. Let's move on to the next Prussian commander, Gandalf, who actually is not, unfortunately, with us, it looks like, anymore. So let's move on to the last Prussian commander, not commando, Macho.
So yeah, so I was command the 1st Brigade up north, and basically I did the orders. This is my first game, so I had no idea what I was doing, but I took the hill, and from my limited vantage point, I knew that we had our cavalry up there a bit east of the hill. So I knew I went on the offensive forwards, engaged the French there, and it was pretty much a stalemate there for a while. And in the meantime, I knew that the cavalry also charged, and they got pushed back, but I didn't really know how bad it was. I knew that they took some damage and they charged back in, and I had zero idea that the final break from the French cavalry happened. So the game ending just came as a complete surprise because I thought it was like a stalemate up north, and instead it's like, oh, it got completely broken, the just slightly west, right out of my field of vision. So that was surprising to say the least. But other than that, I don't think I really did anything too terribly wrong or right. I just kind of did the orders that I was told to do, pretty much. And yeah.
Yeah, that was all the commanders. It's a free forum now. Thanks for everyone for playing. I think we completed this game 1-1 with real life time and in game time. I think we played 2.5 hours of we played 2 hours and 15 minutes of in game time in 2.5 hours of in real life time. So basically, that's 1-1 since this game ended at 10:30, which is 2.5 hours. So thanks to the umpires. It was a bit chaotic in the beginning. Maybe I should have. The big thing was just I didn't expect that many players, so I didn't have I didn't have two of the brigades on the board. But I'm glad so many people came and we were able to play a smooth and realistic game with most turns lasting no longer than 10 minutes actually. And the Prussians were actually in this scenario they start out in a bit of a worse spot since most of their infantry is worse quality than the French. For example, the Landwehr in the north was facing French regulars, which is quite a harrowing sight. I'm surprised they even did that well. Meanwhile, the Prussian regulars were finally in the forest, in the protection of the forest. So, and also the Prussians only had hussar, brigade of hussars, while the French had even cuirassiers and a brigade of light cavalry of their own. So, looking at the situation, it is actually surprising how well the Prussians did, I must say. It was certainly an ambush in the center, which was really interesting to watch with the troops emerging out of the forest seemingly at the perfect time with the traffic jam ensuing.
Yeah, I agreed. Especially, I mean, given this situation here, binding basically 2 full brigades of the French in this situation or position, if the cuirassiers hadn't been there, the Prussians would have come in. I mean, the first French brigade was close to breaking. They were running low on ammo. Half of their troops, more than half of their troops, are running already. So if these Landwehr forces would have been able to come in here, threaten the flanks, and maybe even threaten this blob of units, the rear of those guys, that could have been a massive panic situation for the French, and the whole position of the French could have just evaporated and gone off the field.
All right. That sounds like it's about the tail end of the critique and analysis. Everyone's had an opportunity to chat. I hope all of you have enjoyed watching today's battle, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. We'll have Coffee, Kegs, and Kriegspiel tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And then we'll probably be back next Saturday for yet another one. Also, Carter McNish is on a tour this weekend of a number of battlefields. He will be posting videos periodically to our YouTube stream, and I would encourage you to check out what he's done. He did a really cool video last night about a Civil War battle, given he was on a battlefield, and he kind of showed everyone some of the perspectives that the commanders would have been able to see. And I think he's going to do at least one or two more of those this weekend. So be on the lookout for those. Anyway, I want to thank you all. I want to invite folks to support us on Patreon. It keeps this kind of content coming. It's very easy and simple to subscribe to our Patreon, and it's if you do subscribe, you get the K22 rule set absolutely for free. I add you to the list right away. So that is patreon.com/Kriegspiel would be the URL. You can also buy merchandise from us. You can find our store and all of these links to everything at our website, which is kriegspiel.org. All right, well, thank you all, and we will see you on our next adventure.